in training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal and credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Song is killer. What is up, everybody? Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket. Yeah, baby. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts. And this is a lounge that's been created by the members of American Dream Trading for the members of American Dream Trading and anybody else who wants to kind of peek on in and see what goes on up in ADT. To just sit, chill, talk about our day trading in the market. Did you make money? How'd you do it? If you didn't, why? Let's figure it out. And yeah, owned, operated, ADT. Yeah. If you're wondering where it came from, it is the brainchild of a man named Chad W. Christian, who is a 30-year stock market vet. And when I say vet, I mean vet. He has traded through every condition imaginable, good and bad. Okay. Desert Storm, he's traded through it. The .com craze, he's traded through it. SARS, Corona, he's traded through it. Had to watch what I'm saying there. Okay, you name it, he's traded through it. And the cool thing is we get to talk to him every day as members of his community. He teaches us how to do the same thing, how to get in trades, out of trades, and everything in the middle. Okay, he's got proven strategies that have created 8 millionaires. Most of them with no experience in trading at all. Okay, how crazy is that? Keep your hat on for that. 2 of them started with shares only. So for all of you options fiends out there, you can do it with shares, okay? Because we have people in our group that have done it. He's retired over 50 people, okay? His strategies work, and we use them. And we come here in the aftermarket once the day is done to just sit there and talk about them and reflect on them, figure out how to use them in an even better, more productive way. We help each other out. That's the community he's created. So shout out to you, Coach. We love you, brother. And hopefully you are going to have a amazing Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Got the new house going on. I'm so proud of you, dude. Rocking it. Okay. Yeah. All of us aspire to be just like you. You've created so many people that are just like you. And he's got a team of, moderators that have his back. So when he's not in there, we're in there taking care of business. So shout out to Miranda, Arlo, Bruno, Lee, you know what I mean? Eric Smoto, DT the female trucker. Shout out to everybody. Mark, all right? Shout out to everybody. One that I want to give a shout out to in particular is the one that is responsible for all of the YouTube video editing that you see on this channel, and that is Carter. As a fellow videographer, Carter, you rock, dude. We love watching your videos and love watching all the work that you put into them, and I completely respect you as a creator. You're awesome. So shout out to Carter. And if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. David, oh my God, listen, we have a moderator that does one-on-ones with people in our group. And don't forget, hey, it's not free. They have to pay for it. I mean, this is a sit-down workshop session that you have to pay for because it is prime information that you are information that you're getting. And so many people come out of his class and they're so much more well prepared. Coach has trained him up so that he can train others up. So shout out to David. David is absolutely amazing. This is how well his one-on-ones are selling. He's booked up through December. If that doesn't, and he started in October? So if that doesn't give you a clue that it's working and people want them, and this is somebody who learned from Coach. So does that give you a picture of how good Coach is? Even the people that have trickled down off of his teachings are killing it teaching. So yeah, it's an amazing group to be a part of. It has become my family. So I love you guys. And yeah, let's get this episode started. Let's get up in here. Let's see who we got down there. Who is it? I know Miranda because I pinned the message. Thank you, Miranda, for always putting the American Dream Trading link in the chat for us. And thank you for putting the Restream chat link in there for us. Listen, guys, there are 3 links that are available to you, okay? One is join the panel. Remember I told you could come up here and tell us about your day? How are you going to do it? You got to click the link in the description of this video, or as Miranda has conveniently put it right down there in the chat. Those of you that are in the replay game, sorry, it's already done. You can't do it. But if you come tomorrow, you'll be able to get in. All right? Tell us about your day. The second one is if you want to join American Dream Trading, which if you haven't by now, what the hell are you waiting for? Okay, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Listen, get your butts in this group. You want to get in this group yesterday, okay? And not only that, you want to get in here now because right now he's got a sale on the VIP membership, which is the best membership out of everything. It includes all of the services that he offers. And normally that membership, and it is going up, I believe to about what, 10,000? Right now it's selling for 5,000 for a lifetime. But the Black Friday special, which is going on right now, you can get it for 4,000. You better jump on it because it's going to 10 ASAP, and it is well worth it because it includes morning masterclass sessions with coach himself every morning in a very intimate one-on-one type style setting. It includes monthly workshop classes that you would have to go pay separately for, $500 a pop, right? You're getting all of that. You're getting trading view indicators that are second to none, tell you when to get in and out of a trade with precision. Okay, he has hot stock picks every morning. There are a group of us that is in a group called the pre-market. We got the aftermarket. We also have a pre-market group for VIP members only. That is a perk where we are making money before people are even opening their eyes in the morning. Doesn't Weeble open at 4 o'clock? Guess what? Who's trading at 4 o'clock? ADT, baby. That's right. We're trading. Okay, so yeah, this is an intense group. And if you can't hang, maybe you shouldn't get in this kitchen. Because seriously, we're like that. So if you're like that, then you need to be here with us because we can use all the like that people we can get. Okay, because there's a lot of us in here. Somebody is already backstage. 2 people backstage. Guys, I'll be there in 2 seconds. I'm on fire right now. So get your asses in this group. I'm telling you, we want to get in this group. Sorry, coach. You let me do it. I mean, I didn't say a really bad word. I mean, ass. Come on. What is that? Miranda, welcome, darling. Thank you once again for the links. Oh, yeah, by the way, the third link is the tip jar link. If you like the stilo, tip a sister. She is much appreciated. Holiday time is coming up. All of it adds up. It is appreciated. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Trader Vaughn, I see you. Trader Vaughn. Welcome, honey. Miguel Lara, hey, what's going on? What's going on, John? What's going on, Kyle J? Steve-O! I haven't been able to say that for a week. I don't know, man. You was it my breath that morning? What? Yeah, what? I missed you. Kyle J, what's going on, Kyle J? Fair Travis. Hi, honey. Dunkin' Donuts is no more. You know why? Because American Dream Trading runs on Diesel Dan. That's our DD. Welcome, Diesel Dan. M Casa. Okay, mi casa, su casa. Huh? I know. I see it. Mi casa, su casa. Welcome. Welcome to mi casa. All right. Kyle J there again. Timo, what's going on, honey? Timo is there in the pre-market. He knows what I'm talking about. J Video Reacts. Who is that? Oh, me. Moi. Huh? Timo. PW, what's going on? How you doing? Don't forget to smash, annihilate the like button, okay? Fix camera Dawn. Oh! Hi. Thanks, Miranda. All righty. Technical difficulties there. So yeah, let's see. What's going on? All right, let me see. Yeah. All right. I do read the messages sometimes, right? Come on. Camera, why are you acting stupid? All right, there we go. There we go. We good. Thank you, Miranda. Always saving me. Always. I'm starting to think you're just an angel put there to save me in these weird situations. Okay? Because you have saved me on quite a few occasions. Thank you. Love you. Who else we got? Carlos. Carlos, welcome. Arlo, which is the other half of Miranda. I mean, those two are like two peas in a pod. Together, they are the tag team. They double team. Okay? You cannot mess with Arlo and Miranda. Joshua, welcome. Tech Master, welcome. That's a new name. All right, I think we're coming to the end, guys, in the backstage. Oh, we got somebody else. Let's get them in here. Gilly85, what's going on? Bubbles, hi, honey. Bubbles, you coming to hang out? Paula at the beach, hi. How are you, baby, with the little pink hand? I love it. Danny Hobbs, welcome. Welcome back. Old school up in the house. What's up, old school? That's my boy. All right, I think we've come to the end. Ron C, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's pull these people in. Guys, don't forget, we're trying to get... Oh, I almost thought that was Ted. I'm like, what? Ted's early? What's going on?
Hello.
What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, I'm already wired off seeing you there, like boxing against your microphone and everything. What's up, JP?
Yeah.
What's up, Rob?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, guys.
What about that Tesla?
Help Coach get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's push it out a little bit. We're at 8963. Let's help Coach get to 10,000 subscribers. Everybody get on your job. Hit that like button, share the content, and subscribe if you haven't already. And get this man to 10,000. He deserves it. Tesla. How many of you guys made money on Tesla today?
I heard y'all did it big.
Come on. I know some of you did. You had to. I know Christina made money on it.
The question is, Dawn, did you hold your position? That's what I want to know.
Did what?
Did you hold on to your position? That's what I want to know.
What position did I hold? Did I have?
You ain't trade Tesla this morning?
I did not.
Oh, well, my bad, friend. Damn, you ain't got to snap on me. All you got to say is I ain't trade. I'm saying so defensive. Ever since you became a scalper. Ever since you became a scalper, you just been snapping on people, man.
Okay, so how'd you guys do?
Where did he go? What you do wrong?
Ever since you became, see what I'm saying? That's that scalper's mentality.
You're still
right
going.
there.
You're still going. You're still going. All right. Ralph, you're in timeout until you stop ragging on me, right? Leave me alone, Ralph. Why? He's always picking on me. I love him, though. Oh my God.
Hey.
No, I didn't, Ralph, because I didn't really want to play in that arena today. I'm really doing the training right now, man. I really am.
Hold on. That ain't my mic doing that, is it?
No, you know who it is. You know who you are. Future. Dude, you're killing me. I love you,
That's
but you're right.
Future Trader.
Yeah.
That's JP.
Oh, you know what? Is it JP?
Yeah, that's
I'm
JP.
sorry.
He got a haircut or
Did
something.
you know we've been having an issue with yours too? Hold on.
He got an S curl in.
Yeah, you're right. It's not Future Trader. It is JP. JP, your mic is really giving us some feedback, dude.
So I'm gonna
leave.
raise your hand when you want to talk. You got to do that here.
Yeah, just Let me know when or you can mute yourself, and then when you're ready to talk, you can unmute yourself. I'll go ahead and unmute you.
JP, you did not have to leave.
He left.
What the fuck? Why come every time somebody have a problem with their mic, they just leave? Like y'all don't have to leave.
JP, it's not that serious, honey.
Come
Yes,
back,
And
come
Future
back.
Trader, thank you for fixing your situation, because I know you had a little bit of a mic issue, and I don't hear that now.
I hope I don't ever have a mic issue because I ain't gonna know how to fix it.
I know. It's well, you haven't. Not even since when we were doing the other aftermarket. Your mic's always been on point.
I know it's my internet. It be in and out. Hope it don't do it today. The Tesla did numbers. You traded Tesla, Pappuccino. What is it, Pappuccino?
Papi chulo.
How
Say
much did you make?
Pappuccino.
I know you made some money on Tesla.
Actually, it's not about the amount I did make, and I will disclose that I made about $500 today. It
That's what's
Okay.
up.
was it was the fact that you know the coach says it, and you guys reiterate it, and I got to do my one-on-one training with David on the 20th of this coming month. The EWO works, the EWO works, and I don't quote me on this. You can correct me. I don't know whether it was Lee or whether it was Mark today that went on a rampage because he said, this is the end. He was really pissed, and he sat on there, right? And it's funny that he did that because I give him all the credit because I went without knowing and did the exact same thing. I said, I'm done with this. So what I did was I reduced my size of 10 contracts to 2
Mhm.
contracts. And I entered Tesla from when Tesla took off in the morning and it did the retracement. Well, I waited because it was like 10:45. I'm not entering in the first section. And you know what? I actually waited to do the retracement. And as soon as I got into the retracement, I went in it. I thought I was late. I wasn't really late, but I sat on it with such a patience until it rocket up all the way up there. And you know what? It was. I kind of discover out of not only the strategy works, it gave me a lot more patience and to be able to handle 10 contracts. I'm starting to discover that out of myself. 10 contracts might be a little too much.
Good
Mhm.
job.
I
So,
Good
heard
but
you
job
when you
in your
said that too.
discovery.
oh
Because I
yeah,
was I was
there you
driving
go.
to my appointment and you had told coach that you usually do the 10, but you dropped down to the 2,
I
got in there,
dropped
you
the 2
still running.
contracts, and listen, it
Yeah.
wasn't again. If I would have had 10 contracts, the day would have been a 5K day. However, again, that's why I said not about the money. It was a positive day, and the strategy actually works when you don't have to worry about thinking, this thing is going to come against me and B slap me. Uh, you
Right.
know,
Hmm.
and you're not afraid of losing, and you're able to wait to be able to put your stop correctly. That's amazing, right? So
And what you
Yes.
think would have happened if you would have been on time? You would have went with the 10, and then that pullback that you got
on
in
that
on the
pull, I
2.
would have taken half out, right? That's
Yeah,
that's amazing.
you
See,
see what I'm saying?
you guys can tell me. I mean, because sometimes the signal comes out on the pre-market, whether it's
Hmm.
buy or Tesla, whatever whether it's bull or bear, whatever it is for the AWO, and obviously I don't have the confidence or strategy completely marked down on yet. With maybe
Hmm.
you guys with your experience can tell me it's a good to enter and pre-market in that direction or wait till the market opens. I don't know because I waited because I don't like coach says, hey, don't get on that whipsaw on the first 15 minutes of the market. I think it can wreck your soul out.
You know what?
Yeah.
You can't go wrong if you wait until at least there's two areas that I wait for. If I feel like something is running and it looks like it's running in a direction and it's found its way and it's going steadily, I at least give it the first 15-minute candle. Because if the 15-minute candle indicates that chances are it's going to continue in that direction, that's a good time. If you want, wait till 10 o'clock. If 15 minutes isn't long enough and the market is choppy and or the market may be choppy, give it till 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? Because that first half hour, unless you are truly a master scalper and you're playing with a large position size where you can make money very quickly and get out, I would not play with that first half an hour because it's extremely volatile and you will get your face ripped off. So it's easier just to wait for that 15 minutes and see what the market is going to do, or see what that particular stock is going to do. And if you want to wait a little bit longer than that, give it till 10 o'clock. Usually at shift change, it tends to pick a direction.
Thank you for that. I mean, I went in today with, you know what, it's a hell of a risk with two contracts, and if I'm gonna lose money, I'm gonna lose money on the two contracts. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait and see here on, like Nate says, on the weeds. I go with this thing, and
hmm
until the pig flies, I'm not coming out of this. So,
Dude,
and
you did it
that was the
right.
right thing. That was the right
You
thing to
did it
do.
right. Because
Mhm.
Coach said it today. He said, listen, I would rather see somebody sitting in there with two contracts and holding on to them than somebody that has 10 contracts and scared and getting out and leaving a bunch of profit on the table. So
And
you
it,
Mhm.
absolutely did the right
it was
thing.
amazing to see what you always think of, how to have 10 contracts or 10,000
Right.
shares to make
Right.
all this money. And I'm looking at like two contracts. I'm like 100, 200, 300. I'm like, holy moly. Okay.
Yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot because you jump out because you're scared because you've got too big of a
No,
Weak
loss on the
actually,
position.
line.
the smaller
That's the
amount of
weak
contracts.
position.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the large amount is the weak position. That's the ones that
Yeah.
get
That's
shaken out
crazy.
or end up going out early because that's their plan in the first place. You know, that's what the
Good
market
job,
be
Ariel.
doing. Yeah, it shakes those people out, or
Yeah.
they exit on their own because that's what they doing, just scalping.
There's someone in the group. There's a private message, though.
How you doing, Fun Phil?
Fun
I don't judge.
Phil. I like your
Hey, hey, can y'all
doggy.
see me?
Yes, I like your
That's my
doggy.
favorite. Yeah, I like that
Oh
dog.
goodness. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got two dogs. How should I say?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I got two dogs here. They're a little excited.
They must have heard us talking to
Yeah, there's quite a delay for me, so if that messes things up, let me know and I'll pop out.
them.
No,
It
you're
ain't a
good to
problem.
go. We hear you.
We always.
Okay, good deal. Yeah. I joined the group actually about a year ago, the VIP. And
Oh,
Okay.
awesome.
well, actually, I joined VIP in June, but joined the whole group way back. Good deal.
Right, I joined about a year ago also. Yep.
Yep. I
Oh,
joined in
I
January.
like the other dog too.
What'd you trade today? You traded Tesla?
I traded some Tesla, but I was late to the party this morning. I had some people coming over, so I actually had to clean my house up a lot. So I didn't start trading
Yeah.
Tesla until about 10:05.
I think it was still rolling.
I just traded one Tesla contract. I made $6, and then it stopped me out.
Green Day.
So
It's not the
I
amount
wish I
that's
had been
important.
able to do it earlier.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was happy to be green. Happy
Yeah.
to be green.
Mhm.
And then this afternoon, I did sell some covered calls. Did pretty well with those. That's good. I'm happy with. I love covered
Yeah.
calls.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
yes.
Were you the gentleman
Those
that was
covered
speaking
calls.
at the end of the Zoom call saying that you had a few cover calls that you've been making money off of and it's less stressful? Is that you?
That was not me today. But I
Okay.
talked to Mark a few times about covered calls earlier.
You like them?
Don, I'm sorry. I'm hearing a delay. I'm hearing you like 30 seconds later sometimes.
Okay.
Do you have
I
your
don't know if that's-
YouTube on too?
I don't know if that's me. I'm
I
on
don't. We
YouTube.
don't
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah, if you
that's
have
probably
the
what it
YouTube,
is,
maybe
see?
turn it down.
Okay, that's what it
just
must
put
be. Let
on
me
mute.
find that
Yeah, 'cause
here.
we can't hear it, so it's not.
Yeah, you're not delaying with us.
Yeah.
I think I do have YouTube on too. Let me see if I can close that. If I disappear, I'll come back.
All
Hey,
right.
that's better. I
Yeah.
think that's better.
Yeah.
Can y'all say
Okay.
something?
Yeah.
That's
It
so
took
much
me a
better. I
while
was
to
hearing
figure
like,
that out,
oh
too.
boy, everything. Yeah. Okay, a lot,
Yeah.
lot better.
Yeah, it took me a
Yes,
while.
indeed.
To
But
figure that out.
I like trading Tesla. That's one thing I like to do. And
Mhm.
I learned lessons. Oh my God, I need to follow the coach's rules better.
We're
I'm a
about
rule
to go
breaker.
over them too, so I'm
Uh,
glad you brought that up.
Yes.
Yep.
Because for me, the biggest thing is when I set that 30% below.
hmm
Like yesterday, I just sat there and I just watched it go down, and I should have cut my losses and gotten right out. So that's one thing I learned
Mhm.
yesterday. I think hopefully, like I can share that lesson with other people that if it turns against you, you got to get out. That's
Yes.
what I got to
Absolutely.
do for sure.
Or
Yeah.
at
Yes.
least shave. You know what I mean? So that
Right.
you're not
Right.
losing everything. So yeah. And you don't have to, the
Right.
25 to 40% rule is a guideline. You don't have, it's not a hard and fast rule where you have to let it go the full 25 or full 40%. If you see where that's
Exactly.
clearly a reversal, get out of there. Yeah.
Right.
You did the right thing by finally getting out of there. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool deal. Yeah. How'd y'all do today?
Did okay, but I tell you what, before we even get into that, you mentioned coach's rules, and you know that's something we like to do at the beginning. So let's hit it, baby. First and foremost, before we get into anything, before you start trading, if you're brand new, please don't use your real money. Don't use real money. Okay, real money is not where you should be doing. You should be in a simulator or a paper trading account so that you can get your mechanics down and make sure that you're not losing your real money. All right, so with that being said, rule number one is do not lose more than 1 to 3% of your complete entire account. Okay, when you heard us talking about the risk management just now, the 25 to 40%, that's not of an account. That's when you're involved in one single trade, what you should be setting your initial stop loss, your entry stop loss for. Don't get it twisted. That 1 to 3% is of your total account for the day, month, week, year, whatever. Don't lose more than 1 to 3%, guys, because if you have no money, how can you trade? All right. Rule number 2. If you have more than 2 red trading days in a row, please don't be this guy. Don't continue to have red trading days. If you find yourself in that situation, take a time out. Stop trading and start trading. Right, Ralph?
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Gotta let it go.
Right.
You gotta let it go. Stop. Let the ego go. Don't do any revenge trading. Let it go. And train. All right? Rule number 3. If you are not a master scalper or a master trader, you shouldn't be scalping. Coach has a proven strategy called the 2-minute EWO oscillator strategy, and he is the only coach to use that strategy in a way that he has with us. It helps us it teaches us how to get in a trade and how to hold on to the winners, guys, right?
That's right.
You know, stop the losers out. Let the winners run. And that's what the 2-minute EWO. So if you're not ready to scalp, don't do it because you get your face ripped off. Learn how to sit in a trade with the 2-minute EWO. Rule number 4, no more than 1 to 5 trades daily. Can somebody tell me why that is?
Because the more you trade, the more risk you're going to put on. So if you don't want good in the beginning, you're going to end up giving that profit back. And then if you're just chasing, you're just going to end up losing. It's just not your day.
You're going to end up revenge trading.
Go find something else to do. Yep.
Yeah. You're going to end up revenge trading, okay? You're going to over trade and revenge trade. And when you trade like that, then you are against the market and the market will crush you every time. So you got to trade in harmony with the market. Don't over trade. Rule number 5, position size. We were just talking about that with Ariel, all right?
It's a biggie.
Trade with a smaller position size. Okay, smaller position sizes offer greater reward with a hell of a lot less risk and stress. I think I'm going to add and stress on there because
I can say something.
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
To add to that one, if you can't figure out what your smallest position size is or the right position size, just ask yourself, can I fall asleep with this trade on? If somebody calls me and I have to walk away, can I walk away with this trade on?
You may ask yourself.
If you can't do that, then your position too big. If you find yourself continuously looking at the stop because you got it too tight and you're just nervous about it and all that, the position is too big. That's just it. If you can't walk away to go use the bathroom without having a cell phone in one hand and using the bathroom, first of all, that's nasty. And then you just study looking at it. You can't even go take a leak. Because you study what your position size is too big, fam. You need to go down.
Get out.
Don, were you quoting Devo?
I was Talking Heads.
Talking Heads. Cool.
And you may ask yourself, my God,
what
have I done? And the days go by.
A good one.
Yes. Oh my God, it's a good song. Same as it ever was, right?
Same as it ever was.
And the reason why I say that, though, one more thing. The reason why I say that, Coach mentioned it this morning. The reason why I say that is because your position size is that size. It can't hurt you. It can only help you. That's it. It can only
That's
go,
it.
so it could go the upside is to the moon, as they say, but the downside is limited. So you don't care. So you're gonna let it run. You ain't gonna just be like taking profit as soon as it. I'm gonna lock this in. Like
Right.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Rule number 6, if you guys are not familiar with options, that's okay. Trade shares. It's a lot safer and a lot slower, and you can make just as much profit. One of our millionaires, Nate, primarily trades shares. Okay, that's all he does is shares, and he is a millionaire 3 times over. Jimmy made his first million with shares. Okay, so shares, hey, if you can't do options, don't worry about it. Forget about it. Do shares. All right. And last but not least, all trades are risky, so make sure that you are using your stops. Who else took Tesla to the bank today? Talk to me.
So wait, we ain't got no Tesla traders today?
What?
Yeah. I mean, I told you about my one contract.
Oh
So
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else speak up.
Right here. That's
All right. What'd we do?
That's it.
What'd
Hey,
we
another
do?
thing though, guys, you gotta find what works for you, right? So
Yes.
just like Don said, if you ain't good with the options, then you don't want to do the shares. They got so many different things you can do. Like Fun Phil, he found this way with the cover calls, right?
I tell you, I love those,
So
Ralph.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? So you the opposite of how you
Mm-hmm.
feel whenever you're in that options trade, sweating and everything. You'll be the opposite of that because you selling it, right? So all you got to
Yeah.
do is wait if you got the time and the money.
You know what's interesting is that covered calls and cash secured puts, you can do those as a level 1 options trader.
Mm-hmm.
And only when you go to level 2 can you do the regular calls and puts. So
Right.
when I first got on, I did level 1. And so the only options I could do was covered calls and cash secured puts. And I kind of got fortunate in that, like in 2014, I bought a few shares of Tesla. And over the splits and everything else, I eventually had enough that I could do covered calls with it. And, that's been a big bonus for me. I think I've made more money on that than anything else, is doing the covered calls. And it got taken away. Some of them got taken away one time. So I was able to do a cash secured put. And the cash secured puts, they pay better than covered calls. So if you just have
Yeah.
I
some
ain't know
cash in
that.
an account, just doing the cash secured puts, that's great. I mean, just think about that. You can actually say, look, someone give me some money to buy a stock at a lower price than what it is right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a
That's what
no-brainer.
it is.
That's what it
That's
is.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And if you like
It's
the
yeah.
like
stock,
you think
yeah.
it's weird, but that's exactly what's happening there. And when they and make sure, this is another thing Coach says, make sure it's a stock that you love, because if they
Mm-hmm.
get
Mm-hmm.
taken away, if you actually have to take ownership of them, at least it's a stock that you wanted to own if that
Right.
Exactly.
happens.
Yep. And what's neat
Yeah.
too is that if they go in the different direction, like for a covered call, I mean, if the price of that stock starts going down, then you can buy it back,
Mm-hmm.
at a lower price and actually still make the difference. You understand?
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
to me
Yeah.
that's another bonus. If I this
Yeah.
afternoon when I sold when I sold the Tesla covered calls, I did that. I just got lucky at the peak of the afternoon moment, so I got a good price on that. So by the end of the day, I could have bought them back and made $100 right away, but I'm gonna let it ride because I think it has to go up quite a bit for them to get called away. You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Well,
don't know
well,
too much. Go ahead, Don.
I was just gonna say, how long you say you've been in the group?
What's that?
How long did you say that you've been in the
You
group?
know, I joined October 26th of last year is when I actually joined the coach. And then I became
Okay.
VIP on his birthday. He did a 2-for-1 deal for VIP. And so
Right.
me and another guy, we hopped in there right away. And so I became VIP on June the 12th.
I
And
think we heard that. Wasn't that on the Zoom call?
it was. So yeah,
Yeah, I
and see,
remember that.
I no longer work full time, so I listen like every morning and all day, just about.
Okay, hold up,
I
hold
love
up,
it.
hold up. You work full time. So are you saying you retired because of Coach's strategy?
Unfortunately, I can't say that. No, I actually
Okay,
left.
okay.
I worked somewhere for 33 years, and that was enough.
Uh-huh.
So I actually left there last year in November, and again, not because of trading. So I just this is picked up as a hobby, since then.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's what and again, like I said, I'm
But
a
it's
rule
paying the
breaker.
bills, right?
Well, I'm a rule breaker, so I haven't done extremely well. I really haven't, but that's my own fault. And I did do an hour with David about a week ago,
Okay.
and that was very, very good. So
So you're working on fixing the problem.
absolutely. And so if anybody
Yeah.
wants to know what not to do, I'll be happy to tell you the rules I've broken. You know, I'm good. I'm good
I think
about
we
learning.
know too many people know what not to do. We got to get them knowing what to do.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll actually execute what I know up here to do. That I hope I'll execute that coming up. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Is there any area that you feel like you have been struggling in particular?
You know, the talk about the diamond hands, that hasn't been an issue, but what I do is I hold on to losers too long. If you remember, like this morning, Coach was talking about that so many of us will, we'll raise up our stop and make a $10 gain on something too fast. So I do raise my stops up too fast. So when it starts going my way, I raise it up too fast. It'll get taken out and I'll make $10 on something. Then I'll get one and it'll start going the wrong way and I won't get out and I'll let it go down and down and down. So then I end up having a big loss on one trade and then like 4 little gains. So my net's negative for the day. So I've learned that's a pattern I really have to break, and so.
Do you know the correct pattern that you should have with Coach?
I think so. I think what I need to do is wait a little longer before I raise my stops up. So if it is going in the right direction, let it go a little bit longer. And then I think he said put your stop halfway between where you bought it and where your gain may be.
Okay, so in the initial getting in the trade, where should your stop be?
I put it 30% below.
Okay. So that's
right?
You got that part down. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's within a couple of minutes when I see it's going up. Okay, now I've made $15, I've made $20, and then I move it right up to $5 or $6 above. And then it comes down and it stops me out. So I do that too fast. I need to see if it'll get me more like a 50 or 60 gain and then move it up. So if it can keep running, I end up maybe having a $200 or $300 day on the plus side instead. I think I just move it up way too fast. So that 30% is right initially, but then I move it up way too fast.
So how far does it get before you move it up, you said?
Well, see, I think I'd like to get it. It probably needs to run up about, $50 for me, which would be maybe about maybe a 5 or 10% gain before I start moving it. Does that sound about right or what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really go off a percentage. I usually go off of like a dollar amount. This is just me personally.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. That's why to me, if it gets to be,
I
maybe
keep it about
$20 or $25.
Yeah, 15. I do 15 under wherever it's at. You know what I mean? So if it's, I do like 15 cents under where it's at. I stay no more, no less than 15 cents. And it seems to cover, you know what I mean, when it pulls back. It may pull back 10 cents, but it doesn't seem to go all the way down that 15 cents. So I found that seems to be a sweet spot for me. So, but I don't do it, to your point, until it's up a good 25 to 30%. That's when I move it to what I
Are you doing
paid.
Tesla? Are you doing Tesla or what are you doing?
I do Tesla sometimes.
Okay, because that would move so much.
Not that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every now and then I may try a Tesla on a day like today. I just, I didn't have the settle cash to do it today. But I trade 3 stocks: SPY, Apple, and AMD. Those are the 3 that I've focused on. If there's a running situation like today, normally if I had the buying power, I will get in it. But today I just didn't do that. But that's the 3 that I focus on so that I can learn their behaviors and their habits. You know what I mean?
Got you. I actually do better on SPY than anything. I don't know why I do good on SPY. And now Apple eats me alive every time. And it seems like it should be the other way around. But I'll make money on SPY, but Apple will just kill me. I don't know why.
Hey, sometimes it's like that with me too. Why do you think I add SPY in there? Sometimes Apple does not like me and SPY does. Go figure. And that's one of the hardest ones, right?
Right.
But I mean, really, it's like, go figure. But I like that little area where you can, get 10 of the $10 contracts, make a quick 100 and be done with it. I've done that on a couple different occasions. So I'm like, okay, I've done it where I've done it for $200. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that's
So
why I do need to find a stock where I can buy 10 contracts, because with Tesla I can't afford to buy 10 contracts. So
right.
in that regard, I can't do the whole shaving that I need to do, because normally I can buy one or two, at the most three on
Hmm.
a lucky day. Um,
Yeah.
but I can't do the shaving. Although I did learn how to buy them like one, as opposed to buying a lump sum at one time.
Hmm.
Um, and that was important for me to learn, because at first I was just trying to
Stagger it
buy
in.
all at one, But then when you buy like something in one group to get out by shaving, it's very difficult because you own a block, unless you cancel your stop and then go back in and just sell one, or whatever the case may be. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
I've learned that when I buy them one at a time, just real fast if I want to, so I can then have
And then
three
sell the
stops.
last one first, or the first one
Mm-hmm.
last, so you get the
Mm-hmm.
most gain on it.
Right, right. So yeah,
Yeah.
and using Turbo Trader. Do y'all use a Turbo Trader for
I'm
buying?
on Robinhood. Turbo Traders Weeble, right?
No, I mean, yeah, for Weeble. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, because
Yeah.
that's one
I
thing
use
David taught
Robinhood.
me, how to use the Turbo Trader, and that's really helped a lot because it's more instantaneous, which really helps
Coach
me.
uses it. Coach
Yes.
uses it. He's
That's
in out
great.
quickly. I
Mm-hmm.
think the phone, like if you were to trade Weeble on the phone, I think the phone is like Turbo Trader. Because
Okay.
you can get, if you listen to people get in and out that do use their phones with Weeble, get in and out quick, fast, and in a hurry, and they very rarely run into internet issues because they've got cellular data. So, you know,
Hmm.
but if I were to trade on Weeble, because I do all my trading on the phone. So
Okay.
if I were to get and I look, Ralph, I meant to tell you. Oh my God, I actually for the first time did some paper trading today. Because you
What?
know me, I don't get down with the paper trade thing, right? But I said, you know what? I am jonesing to trade, so let me at least fake the funk. You know what I mean? So I got in
How
on
it
one of
worked
the hot
out?
stock picks. So I have to. I actually don't know. I set it at a limit buy, and I don't even
Mm,
know if it picked up because I'm not used to doing it. So I never went back and looked at it. So I have to go look. But
that's
I
what
set a
trading.
limit buy to pick up some stocks. So we'll see. I think it was CRISPR.
Yes,
I
that's a good
think I
one.
set it.
Yeah.
I think I set it to pick up some CRISPR at what was that, $1.82? I think. So I don't even know if it got that low.
Hmm.
Was it CRISPR? No, it wasn't
No,
CRISPR at
because
$1.82.
CRISPR was
It
high.
wasn't CRISPR
Yeah,
because
CRISPR
CRISPR is
was
way
high.
up.
Yeah, that's
Something
Yeah.
about
else. I
68 a
can't remember
share.
what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hmm.
I can't remember. It was one of the hot stock picks, but I'll go back and look. But I didn't get a chance to set my limit sell. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if it even got down to pick it up. But I think I'm gonna play with the paper trading thing just to get my
Hmm.
mechanics on Weeble down because I think I'm gonna switch from Robinhood to Weeble. I've been talking about it for a year, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get used to using Weeble on the phone so that I can make
Hmm.
that switch.
Can I add
Yeah,
one thing about Weeble? When I
yeah.
first started, I used the Weeble web page. Don't do that because
Okay.
that's not as fast. You have to, I mean, and then once I think Bruno showed me how to do the app, and oh my gosh, that's what we should all be doing, of course, is using the app because then it's a whole lot faster. Because before, when I was using the web, I mean, to try to do contracts, it was just painfully slow, and I got burned many times doing that. So that's
Uh,
one thing I just, in the beginning, I had no idea there was a big difference between web based versus app. So for
yeah.
those of you, anybody that can learn from me, please do so.
We would have a whole bunch of different ways. They got the web, they got the app, they got the phone, they got trading view. What else? And then
Yeah.
they got like 2026 widgets.
Yep.
I do like it. I like it on the phone. I'm actually pretty good with Weeble on the phone. I just don't, and I've even traded with it on the phone. But it's just, Robinhood is just it's just me being lazy transitioning over. I'm just
I've
so
been
used to trading on Robinhood. You know what I
Well, if
mean?
it works, do it. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been I've been a TOS guy, a TOS guy for Think or Swim for forever. I had an account for Weeble. I gotta commend all of you who actually trade on the phone because I cannot do it for the love of God. Was diehard PC, MacBook Pro guy, whatever you want to call it. It's in the computer. To me, it's a lot easier to find this stuff
Hmm.
and do it. It might be a lot easier on the phone. I'm not disputing that. It's just for me, it doesn't make sense. If you have an emergency, I can see the phone, right?
Hmm.
And definitely try to. And here's a big difference between TOS and Weeble. In TOS, you try to sell it by a contract, and you have it on the right position, so to speak. But
Mm-hmm.
when you do it on Weeble, it's opposite. So my head has to be like the other way around. So I gotten used to that. It's not a big deal. I have a very small account on the Weeble, and the idea was originally to start, just like Nate, whatever,
Yeah.
with $500 on it. It's amazing. I will say with Funfield right there, I will have to agree. If it's very nice to do cash secure puts because it pays you money.
Hmm.
It's very passive money, and when you
Right.
get slapped with here's the shares and you get assigned the shares, you don't have to panic. All you have to do is now sell sell a secure put against the sell a call against the shares, and
Yeah.
you're still making money. And if they reap you out of the shares later because the price went up, you still made a ton of money. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like owning a stock with a dividend income, and the
Mm-hmm.
cash just keeps on coming.
Right.
But that took me, I'm not new to trading, but I'm just trying, changing my ways of trading. But it takes a long time to understand things like this, and people sometimes don't understand it, and it makes money, makes this very passive income money, and I will agree with from Phil as well. I have made some good money. It works very well when you're selling a cash secure put and the market's going up and you're like, wee, and you're collecting every week. It's like, wee. It's like, here's
Right.
money. Here's money. Um, what I had to
I
learn the
think
hard way. Go ahead, Ralph.
I think one mistake, and I never did the cash secure puts cover calls, but a mistake that I hear a lot of people, do when they first start doing it is they'll go farther out trying to get a bigger premium, right?
Oh,
Then the
no.
price goes against them, and then now they like, oh, I got my money tied up. Now I don't have no settle funds to trade with. Now I can't buy myself out of the contract, you know. So
You're
if you're
right.
gonna try to do it, at least talk to Mark, talk to Coach,
You
or
saw, I don't
somebody
know.
to
I don't know if you
understand it or
heard
get a
me.
better understanding of it.
I don't know if you heard me this afternoon asking Mark
Hmm.
on XPEB, right?
Yeah.
Because I particularly like XPEB. He's brought it up a few times. I've made money off of XPEB a few times. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, why don't I do a cash secure put? But you also have to take a look at the daily chart, and see
Hmm.
where your stock is for that day. And right now it's at a range that, you know what, I'll wait till it comes down. If it comes
Right.
down even better, great. When it's down there on the dumps, then I'll sell the cash secure put. And if it
Mm-hmm.
picks me up, great. Because the idea is collect the money while it runs up, not get yourself in trouble. And you're right, Ralph. If
Hmm.
you because of the money, it's better to collect small profits.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't do 100 contracts or anything like that. I don't have an account for that. But when
Right.
you don't underestimate sometimes what 5 or 10 contracts can actually pay you out on some of these stocks. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you collect this weekly.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't never did them before, but that's what I hear the most. The most that I hear of is people that go out and they might see one that's paying probably like $25 or $50, but then they'll go out like a month or two and they'll see it like 150, and they'll be like, I guess thinking, oh, I can pay
No,
a bill with that. Then by the time it waits to get there, now the price done moved a whole lot farther away, or it went totally against you. Now you gotta, if you buy your way out of it, you at a loss now. If you have to do it, so I mean, I don't know the exact rules again,
And
but
yeah, if I can add in, Ralph, I mean, the coach has great videos on how to do a cash secured put and how to do covered calls, and I watched those over
mhm.
and over again before I did them. And that's
Yeah.
what helped me a lot, because something you have to learn is, of course, those that don't know what a delta is, you really have to learn delta.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so I'll do like, see, I don't want to lose my shares only because I know that'd be a big tax consequence for me. So I look at the
Right.
delta, make sure I'm doing like 10 to 15% chance of it happening.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get as huge of a premium, but if I can make a little bit of money every week, then why not
There
make a
you
little
go.
money every week? So that's kind of what
Right,
I
Right.
right.
yeah. Of
Yeah.
course, also I make sure I don't do cash secured puts. Covered calls around earnings, or if I know a
Mm-hmm.
big
Yes.
event is coming, like for Tesla, having the Cybertruck event end of this month. I did them for this Friday, but I don't think I'm going to do them for next Friday, just because I don't know. And if I do them each week, though, I'll wait until at least late Tuesday or Wednesday before I do them. So I'm only sweating from that day until Friday at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That makes
Right.
sense.
But yeah, I can't wait to get into
Um,
them because I don't have time to trade through the day. So
Gotcha.
yeah, be pricing for me.
JP, are you there?
I didn't realize JP was in here.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
there's a black screen though.
Oh, you got QQQ. Okay, yeah, that's JPP. I mean JPP. That's
Yeah. Hey.
QQQ.
Yeah.
I messed it up again.
AOBP.
Yeah, Donnie, guys, I gotta run anyway, so I'll open up a spot for somebody else, and I'll come back another day. But y'all
Thanks
are
for
great.
coming.
Thanks so much for allowing me in the panel today. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah,
you for coming and hanging out with us, and you are welcome to come anytime and share your day and let us know what you're doing and offer tips.
Thanks so
I mean,
much.
really, good
Very,
advice
very
today.
well. Very
Awesome.
well.
And anybody who
Yeah.
hasn't joined Coach, do so. Eddie T is the place.
hmm
All right, and with that being said, make sure you are going to the link that we have pinned to the top of the chat. It leads you right directly to AmericanDreamTrading.com, where you can get all of the stuff that you saw on the screen, the workshop indicators, the trading view indicators, the workshop classes, the hot stock picks, the morning master classes with Coach. All of that is available with the VIP membership. And don't forget, normally it's $2,500 for the year. That's soon to be up to $5,000. So right now, the lifetime is $5,000, but for Black Friday, it's $4,000. So I don't want to throw too many prices out there. Just get your VIP lifetime membership for $4K right now. That's the best value right there available to you.
But yeah, what fun? What's his name? Funfield. What he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem right there. Every time I get a trade to break even, right? And so in order for me to get a stop loss, trailing stop loss, and it has to be above 5 pips, right? So
Mm-hmm.
five, just say 5 points or whatever. You got to be a certain amount, and I set it right. I set it, and I watch it go down, go up or down, whatever way I'm doing. It'll go up a nice little ways up, off, and then it'll come back. It always hit me at break even. Like every time it reverses and comes back. So I just started like taking half of it off right quick. But I only
Yeah.
do that. And whenever it comes down to tap me out, I try to set up another one just to have it right there. They always come back. Like every so often I get one that'll go like, I think it was a couple of days ago, I got one that went all the way up, and did like what Coach was talking about. But I don't know. I don't know. I got to get past that run because I can stop them out. That's not my problem, If it, the only ones that I let run too far, and I still don't let them get the whole thing, is the ones that I be like, I got to give it a little room because that was one of my problems too. I was stopping them out too fast. I wasn't giving them enough room to breathe. I mean, you do a
Yeah.
true EWO, you got to give it enough room to breathe, right? So,
Gotta let it breathe.
yeah, because
You know
if
what?
you don't, you'll just be stopping out a trade that's going to really go,
Hey, Ralph, you know what I was using? But I think sometimes it's a little out of whack. It's the ATR. If you put the
For the
ATR, it kind of gives you,
Bruno likes that.
yeah, it kind of gives you. You got to be a little flexible because some of these things, I don't know if it reads because it reads into pre-market and it hasn't seen the actual open market. But
mhm.
depending on what it is, when you put it on your screen, if you have your ATR at the bottom, it will give you a number. And what I started doing was, if it was giving me, I don't know, let's say 5 cents, I'm
You
adding an
double it.
extra 5 cents. I double it up.
Yeah, double it. Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
whether it's right or wrong, but
2 times the ATR. Yeah, I done heard. I done heard that somewhere. I'm on the ADT, so I think it might have been either coach. I don't know, but 2 times the ATR. That's a good range, but I always go in with a really wide stop. Like my stops
yeah, you
be
don't want to be
whatever.
knocked out because if you're knocked out, then you can't get the
Yeah,
race, right? So
Right.
yeah.
it's good and it's bad. So
My
it's
stops
good
be
because
wide. Like,
it allows you to be in the trade. It's bad because, man, if that thing came against you and you don't get out, oof, you know.
mm,
I know. Thank you, Arlo, for putting the link down there, as well as Miranda. And I love the name. Yeah. See you up down in the chat. Wow.
like
Hey, Don.
David say, my stop is just there just in case something really bad. It's like I press the button and it just a death count. You know what I'm saying? Comes down
Right, right.
and get it.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Tom McAllister and Patience for Pennies. Welcome.
Hey, Don,
Thank
are
you.
you restricted on how many people you can have in the panel? I mean, if I don't mind getting off if I have to.
No, it's
Mm-mm.
9 and 9 plus me. So yeah, we're understaffed.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
need
okay.
more
Okay.
people up here.
All
I can
right.
fit 9 of you guys
Oh
plus me.
no, since
So
Fun
like
Phil
10.
said, "Oh, you give a space to somebody," I didn't know there was a limit or anything, but I'll gladly jump out if you need more people.
No, man, you don't
Future
have to jump
trader.
out unless you got something to do. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
why is Future Trader so quiet in there, man?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What do you do
Hey, I'm
today? What you
enjoying the
trade?
conversation.
Bubbles.
Hello, Bubbles.
Bubbles, what's going on, sweetheart?
We can't hear
Bubbles?
you.
Oh,
Hi, I'm sitting in the back. I was just waiting for Future Trader to talk. He hadn't said anything, so I felt bad for him and just sat back
yeah.
there.
I'm gonna
Oh
start talking
wow.
about my trading day in a minute. If y'all don't start.
Well, hey, talk about your trading day.
It was real
I tell
short.
you
I didn't
what,
trade today.
It was rough.
It was
was it
real
rough?
short. It was real short. I didn't trade today. Well, I didn't trade in the stock market. It was real short. So, I had an appointment. Don, you was there the whole time. You shot me, friend. You shot me. I was up in there talking in the morning, VIP. Don was like,
Uh
yeah, Ralph. I was like, Don, what the hell are you doing up this time of morning? You must just didn't go to sleep.
huh.
I
I'm in
gotta
there
give it
every
to you
morning
though,
at four
friend. You been
o'clock.
getting up. You haven't been getting up, friend. I gotta give it to you. You haven't been on time lately.
I what?
I said you
I
have been
haven't.
being on. No, I said you have been being on time lately. You
Yeah, man.
have
I've been in there. And the other day, it was
every
just
day.
me and Steve O in there talking. 4 o'clock. Well, I get up not like naturally now at like between 3 and 3:30.
Yep.
So I
Mm,
might as well stay up because if I lay back down, it's over with. You guys won't see me till 5, 6, 7 o'clock. I'm like, no, get up. So I'm used to it now. So I'm up. I'm in there. Ready to go and get my learn on.
mm-hmm.
It
Get
was funny
lucky.
this morning because I got in and it was like 2 or 3 people in, and I said good morning. And they said good morning, and then I was like, you know what? Somebody told me that you should always turn your iPhone off, but I mean, just to kind of let it reboot or whatever. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have to do that because all of a sudden it just went off by itself. I don't know what the hell happened. I had it plugged in, but it just died on me. It was weird. So, and then I came right back in and you were in there. And then you were like, Dawn, what are you doing? I'm like, actually, I was just here.
Yeah, because I had
Yep.
checked it. What was I doing? Oh, because I had got up early. I had got a trade locked in, and then I came to check to see if people was in the Zoom, and they was. I don't know. I
It's a
think I was
small
talking to them.
world after all.
Yeah,
I wonder how Mark McSee did today with his sign.
yeah, because he said it was storming out there.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to rain.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
got some rain here in Maryland too. Not much, but It must have been the aftermath or residual from what's happening over there, because it wasn't heavy here. But yeah, yesterday, I mean, we had sun and everything, and today it's like all dreary and we're getting rain. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're
And it's
getting it
stormed
too.
all day here too. It's like the whole United States was raining today. Or East Coast anyway.
That's what I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Not in
Did it
Fort
rain in
Lauderdale.
Texas?
We had
Yeah.
a little yesterday. We had some yesterday, and I think
Okay.
like the tail end of it, and y'all got the rest today.
Yeah. It rained hard last
We sent
night.
it to y'all.
Yes, we did.
You can have it back.
No.
All right, so I
no.
got a video on tap from Carter.
Let's do it.
Entry strategies using
Let's go.
shedding tactics. He's got that on tap today. Let's check it out. Shout out to Carter. Thank you for all the hard work you put into these videos, brother. We appreciate you.
If you're an experienced trader, you've been here a while, that means this is the entry, which
Wow, look at that
is
drop off.
somewhere
Good
in this
God.
candle, and there's your payday, right? It pulls back. Everybody knows to shed. It keeps pulling. We can shed, shed, shed. We get very nervous up here, right? You guys could shed. It's up to you. Otherwise, hang on. But everybody in this room knows 1000%. If this breaks and holds above VWAP and we're in a put, what do we do, everyone? I don't care how much you are in or out of the money. What do we do?
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you. Thank you.
Yep.
Right here, we're out. And now listen, we got in up here, right? No matter what, we still made money even when it pulled through. Do you see it? Now we wait until the next directional change. The rest of this, we don't get to trade because we got out. Okay. If we get out, we wait. Otherwise, we're scalping. We have to wait for the next setup. Now we're looking at the next setup. So here it is, a changed color. Here is your first candle that you would have entered. That's this one, because now it is larger than these other two, which means you got in somewhere around this candle.
Dude, that was sick. That explained.
Hey, Dawn.
Yeah.
That's sort of like what happened to me today with Apple. I've been waiting for at least half hour to an hour now to learn to get that patience, not to trade right away. And so today in Apple, let's see, let me go back on my chart here. It was right around, I waited a little longer on that EWO. That's what I'm doing. I got it around 10:15.
Okay.
After a double bottom. They had a double
so
bottom
I
around
went in,
that time.
but the EWO showed me to get in, so I went in with 5 contracts.
Okay.
And as it came down, it started consolidating, so I shaved off 2. I kept 3 of them. And I started getting a little nervous there because it was holding there for a while.
Yeah.
Then when that thing dropped down further, I felt more
You were in a put?
Yes.
Okay.
And then actually what I did was I sold all 3 of them as the EWO came up on a second candle. So it worked out pretty good today. I'm starting to learn my patience because with the video that Dave shows about the EWO, the 2-minute EWO, I'm getting a little bit better with that. I'm getting more comfortable with it.
That's one of the things I found that the EWO does is it gives you patience.
Yeah.
You know, in order, if you do it properly and follow the rule to it, it teaches you how to sit in a trade when you're supposed to and let the runners run, and it gives you that patience that you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then if you get out of it, then like Coach said on this video, which I'm going to play again because I think this was an awesome video, then wait for the next one. Because other than that, you're scalping. And if you're in a 2-minute EWO, you have no business scalping because you're not a scalper. And why would you be in a 2-minute EWO if you're a scalper? So if you're not really good at scalping, don't try to scalp in the middle of that. Wait for the next setup, like he says in the video.
Yeah, that's where I was getting in trouble.
I did it.
I was scalping.
I think we all did.
With a 2-minute EWO.
Shit, I got out. Let me see if I can't pick up a couple
I was
more
like,
dollars.
man, I can't win the loop here.
Let's watch that one again. I like that one. That was a quick one, and it covered a lot in that. I like that.
If you're an experienced trader, you've been here a while, that means this is the entry, which is somewhere in this candle, and there's your payday, right? It pulls back. Everybody knows to shed. It keeps pulling. We can shed. We get very nervous up here, right? You guys could shed. It's up to you. Otherwise, hang on. But everybody in this room knows 1000%. If this breaks and holds above VWAP and we're in a put, what do we do, everyone? I don't care how much you are in or out of the money. What do we do?
Yeah. Get the hell out.
Thank you. Right here, we're out. And now, listen, we got in up here, right? No matter what, we still made money even when it pulled through. Do you see it? Now we wait until the next directional change. The rest of this, we don't get to trade because we got out. Okay? If we get out, we wait. Otherwise, we're scalping. We have to wait for the next setup. Now we're looking at the next setup.
Okay, let's take for granted that you didn't get out. Say you had diamond hands. If you look at that, you're going to end up, it is going to, you're going to end up losing some of it. But if you got in over here when you were supposed to get in, you're still going to be way up even through all of this if you held on to it. You know what I mean? And then here's where you get into the next one. You know what I mean? You get out here when you see the color change, and then you get in the call because now you're on support, and now you can ride it up from there. That's if you're in the camp of the diamond hands and you held on to it. You don't get out of it until the color change, because that way you're going the opposite way at that point.
So here it is, a changed color. Here is your first candle that you would have entered. That's this one, because now it is larger than these other two, which means you got in somewhere around this candle.
Shout out to Carter.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, Don.
Yes.
So I could tell you, and I would publicly say here, that video just showed me how many stupid mistakes I've ever done. Trying to, oh shit, there's the EWO, I'm late, and I've done it, and all of a sudden the candle, I'm like, no. So how many times I made that because I'm late to the trade, and I'm actually entering late. What I did today, this morning with Coach on Tesla, entering the entry, it's not any different than what we do with Nate in the morning, right? Where's your damn entry? The entry is key to everything. If you don't enter correctly, it's gonna give you're gonna lose every other hair that you have in your head.
Nate does the same thing with the L2, where he waits for that.
For me.
Yeah.
The problem I was having was I was second guessing what you guys were talking about to get in. Like I stopped second guessing when that 2-minute EW tells you to get in, you get in. And I hear a coach say, "Get in, don't second guess." And that's what my problem.
Yeah, I'm with you on that
right there.
Cherry picking. When you second guess it, you're cherry picking. It's gonna be. You don't know. You know what I mean?
Get to the point.
Get in.
My thing was, it's time to get in. Right. I'm sorry, Ralph. Let me just say this. I apologize. On this one, it's 3 candles, and because of what I knew before, the next candle's got to come back up. The next candle didn't come back up. It went straight down, which is what it was supposed to do, and you were supposed to be in it, or I was supposed to be in it. And I saw that today so clear, and this video now just showed the same thing again. It works. If you follow the rules, it works, right? If it goes a little bit against you, guess what? Done it again. Go in and double, go big or go home. That would be me, right? But the correct entry,
right?
Go ahead, Ralph. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be the answer both of y'all questions anyway. So once you start going in like that, because you don't need to be hesitating and second guessing. If it goes against you, just cut it short. You're gonna get to the point where even if you scalping, you're gonna be like that. Because, for example, all right. So last night I was trading, right, and it was like after the aftermarket, and I was so sleepy because I went to sleep probably like about right after aftermarket. I was sitting there like this, trying to wait on the trade because whatever I was trading, it was the yen. That shit was dropping, and I'm getting in and just keep on, working the trade, and to the point where I was like, all right, it's not doing it anymore. I got to get some rest. And so I laid down. When I woke up and turned on the computer, I saw it coming back up, same pattern, like it had went down and it came up. So now it's like midnight and it's coming up, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get ready to catch the uptrend. And so I see it coming up the VWAP. Then I got the 200 right there. As soon as that thing hit VWAP and rejected, I hammered it. As soon as I saw that red candle
Hammer
come with the
time.
rejection, yeah, look, sell button. I wasn't even planning on doing the sell. As soon as I saw that rejection on the double top, that was it. I was in it,
That is awesome.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Look, still had crust in my eye.
Listen, Coach just was in here the other night saying, crusted. Coach was just in here saying, set your stop at what you paid. If you're not that good at doing support and resistance lines, and you're jumping in an EWO and you're not exactly sure if it's at a ceiling or what, you know what I mean, or if it's at a support level, then the worst case scenario is you put your stop at what you paid, and if it goes against you, at least you didn't lose any money.
Right.
That protects you.
Right.
That protects you. Just get in the damn trade. If the second, listen, here's the thing. Here's the strategy behind the 2-minute EWO. If that second candle is significantly larger than the ones before, think about it. And if you let it complete, that's at least 4 to 5 minutes that has been going in that momentum. So if it's been going there that long, chances are, okay, the momentum is in that direction, whatever it may be. So that's why he picked that second candle. It obviously is in that direction. So there's no need not to get in. And if you get in right at the second candle that's larger, right there, don't wait 2, 3, 4 candles for more confirmation that it's going to keep you in the money.
That's the truth.
Yeah. I've gotten in 5 minutes later. Oh, it's just a couple candles past it. Same difference, right? Hell no. Because when it came down to coming back on me, I didn't get the gains that I needed because I missed the entry point.
Right.
You hesitate.
So it's very important.
Hesitating on the entry. That can be the difference in between you locking in a break even or a loss.
That's it. Or a gain.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, a gain.
You're more than likely to get a gain if you get in right where you're supposed to get in. Worst case scenario, break even. Reviewing EWO trades is the next one up. We'll take a quick look at that one. And see what Coach is talking about. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button and hit the subscribe button and share the content so we can get up to 10K.
Let's discuss yesterday here real quick after I left. Let's start with SPY just so we can get a feel for this. So SPY yesterday just tanked all day long. So congratulations to anybody that got in on that ride. But this one had some weird beginnings at the entry. Right here is 10 o'clock. So right here, faded down and it popped up at the market open. And then...
Why did that pop up at the market open?
That's because they taking profits.
Yep.
And then
look at this right here. Look at how much that dropped down right before market. Look for these clues, guys. When you see this happening in the pre-market, you see it either driving to the upside a lot from like here on, or you see it driving down. Look for a sell-off here. If it was driving up, chances are this would have been coming down, but it's driving down. So look what it did. It's become a support level.
People's,
It's liquidity, right, Ralph?
It could be several different things though, because most of it, somebody probably saw it up in the pre-market and then they saw a better price, right?
This is some Nate stuff right here, man. It's down in the weeds.
Heavy traders might be trying to get more orders placed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the morning is just volatile, period. I mean, somebody might be in the London market or whatever, and they
Yeah.
market about to get ready to close, and now the price is going down. It came up. It's all kind of stuff going on in that opening. So
That's what
it
he's
can be several
describing
different.
too.
But most of the time, if it's going to be coming down, it's going to be up, and if it's vice versa,
Yep.
if it's up in the pre-market, it's going to sell off, and then if it's down, it's going to go up. It's going to do the opposite most of the time.
Yep.
And it crashed and burned. So your 2-minute EWO was already signaling to the downside, but it did pop here at the open and then dropped. Now, the only part that would have been scary would have been right here. You can see right here that it broke and held through VWAP. So if you guys would have abandoned ship, I would not have blamed you. Those of you with diamond hands, of course, if you stayed, you got ultra paid. But again, you either would shed here or I would get out. It's really up to you. Then it pulls back. So here's the thing. So you had basically a couple trades that could have happened. Number one, you were in small enough. You rode this to the downside. Awesome. You get a sticker for diamond hands because of this spot.
Okay.
Big sticker for you. But this is a tough one. Number two, you could have got into the downside, got out somewhere, right? Because it broke through VWAP and you got out. Then you have to look for the next move. Here's the next move. So you could have got in, right? On the second one somewhere in here, it rides up, it pulls back, right? You didn't make much money, but you could have, right? If you bought it here, you made money.
I don't mean any harm. That's a shit show. I wouldn't have been trading none of that. That's
a choppy market.
Not easy.
That's Chop City right there.
From here to here, but still it's just not great. But that's another trade. So number one trade was all the way down.
What stock is
Spy.
that? I can't even, go figure.
Number two trade was you did this move, then this move, and then this move, right? Because here's another buy. So here's one, here's another one right here.
Look, guys,
so that would have been somewhere in this candle.
So pause it down. So look, if y'all looking at that, each time that a wave come down, okay, like you see how Coach got the line drawn across. So if you were to draw the same line across from the first swing, as soon as it dropped down over that line, pull back. That's what I was talking about. It should be an Evo signal right there. Well, it's not one right there. Well, it is one. It is the first red one right there. So if you would have took that signal, bam, came against you. So whenever it's breaking down and it's breaking like a swing,
dude, this is
a level. It's gonna pop back on you.
Listen, I keep seeing these. This is so true. Every time it breaks a level, it does the exact opposite. Like you can see what my cursor
pulls back.
Yes. Look, it went through here, bam, to the downside. Broke through this level here, bam, to the upside. I watched it happen all day today. That's one of the reasons I didn't trade, because I'm watching double tops, I'm watching double bottom, I'm watching patterns and watching them play out. I'm practicing watching them play out and predicting what they're going to do without losing money in the process for once. So I'm like, wow, this is really true. It happens almost, not every time, but mostly every time it breaks a level and doesn't break and hold, but it taps through. It will do the exact opposite from that point on.
Yeah,
that's the entry
come back
point.
on you.
Yeah.
So whenever you scalping, this for the scalpers now. Whenever it break that level like that, it come down. If you fast enough, and if the breakout strong enough, you can catch it 2 times. Like I think me and Eric's Moto was talking about. You can catch it 2 times. Like you can catch that fast breakout and make some money, especially with contracts. And then whenever they get ready to retrace back up, because what that is, what's going on there is, people who selling short shares, right? They short selling, and whenever they give them that little piece, the scalpers, they start closing. Whenever they start closing their trades with a buy order, it starts to rise back, right? And so whenever it rises back, all you gotta do is just wait, especially if you miss that first one come down and it starts to come back. You just wait a little bit, and as soon as they get ready to come up there, drop. As soon as it,
I watched
that's
Tesla
what it did
do
each
it.
time, like stairs.
Yeah, I watched Tesla do it this evening when I was on the Zoom call, and I told Mark was saying that Nvidia went up and SPY just went up, and I said, yeah, Tesla did too. I was watching Tesla and when it had bottomed out and it had hit I think that might have been damn near a quadruple bottom, because it
Mhm.
kept hitting that area and it broke through. I'm like, okay, now it should be going up, and it did. The next candle, it started trudging up, and then it kind of consolidated, but then it had a couple of giant candles and went way up, consolidated again. But the point of the matter is, it broke that trend and went to the
Mhm.
upside, just like it was
Yep.
supposed to do. You know.
And then, of course, you got paid on that one. So
So that breakout is the entry point.
Mhm.
You know, the breakout
Yeah,
really
that's
is
the
the
best
entry
one.
point. Wait for it to actually confirm that it is going to go in the other direction, and then you're golden.
Mhm.
there are multiple ways that this one could have panned out. Again, one trade or 1, 2, 3 trades. No matter what you did, though, you should have been profitable. Does everybody see that? Even with the chop and the drops
Yes,
and
sir.
the moves and everything, right? So that's the look.
That's your 1 to 5 trades
Now
all
let's
in
look at
one.
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple again, same thing, was all over the place. Let me get rid of all these lines. This is why I can't have lines and you can. It's just a mess on my screen where I'm trying to show you guys. So if you look at this, almost the exact same thing happened here, just like with SPY. So same thing, same drill, right? We're already in the 2-minute. So there's your trigger. Let me put in the 10 o'clock for those of you that don't trade until 10 o'clock. I always just like this so you guys can see what it would look like for you. Obviously, you don't get this big, strong move, but you also don't get the volatility. So right here was your first trade. Came down, pulled back, shave, came down, pulled back, shave, came down, pulled back. And again, you could have either gotten out or you had the diamond hands sticker. I'm in the camp of sorry, I would have got out. I'm not.
Yeah,
I
me
ain't
too.
into all
I'm
that.
with you,
But
coach.
if that's for you,
For real.
great, awesome, good job. So that's one trade, right? So if you did stay in it, you could have went here to here to here, and of course down here, you definitely should be getting out of that thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because if you're on a low time frame, that's gonna be looking like a change of character, but it wasn't. But yeah, sometimes them choppy days they can be real tricky. That's the whole culture song that calls
Mm-hmm.
them what is it? Standing from resistance. What I like to use well, I don't know if you can do it with contracts, but buy stops. You know what I'm saying? Or sell stops.
Okay.
I don't know if you can do that with I know you can do limits, but it's the opposite of a limit. Can you do that with options? Robinhood only have limit trades with options.
Yeah, they
You
only
probably
have stop
can't do it with.
limits.
You could probably do it with Weeble. You know what I'm saying? Weeble got all kind of different.
What do you want to do, Ralph?
No, I said I use buy stops and sell stops
Oh,
for the situation when it's like that. Like say if it's just say if it's breaking the swing, but it ain't breaking it with force. Because sometimes it'll roll off that hill and break it, and then it'll just drop aggressively.
yeah.
And so if you're trying to, you'll miss it. And so what I do is when it's doing that, I go and do like a sell stop.
Okay.
And then whenever it's breaking and it start rising back up, I just start moving my order up behind it. And then whenever I see the red candle starting to go, especially if it's big enough, I just let it hit it, and I'm already in the trade.
I got you.
Bucket, how'd
So
you
you
do
can do that.
today?
I know you can do that with shares, but I mean, when I was trading options, I was doing it mostly with Robinhood. So we will probably have that. I'm pretty sure we will have that. I don't know. I have to ask somebody. Like I don't know if we will have that for options. They should have it though, because they got everything.
Bucket,
They
are
got
you
all
not
the.
talking to us?
Yeah, I wasn't going to interrupt Ralph.
Oh, interrupt him. He's just blabbering. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
love you,
have
Ralph.
buy
I'm
and
just
sell
kidding.
stops and stocks. Ralph, I don't
They don't. They
I
don't
don't
have
know about
it. They
options.
don't have options.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never tried.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, because I do the buy stops on stock breakouts, right? Like if Apple's hitting like
Right.
85,
and you look at the L2 and you see the next big sells like at 185.20, I'll go and put a buy stop at 185.10 so that when it shoots through it, it automatically picks its way up to 825.
So you swept into the trade, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then it doesn't. I've got nailed on one buy stop where it went up to the number and then came right back down. But
it'll grab your order.
You have to get better at it. You know what I mean? You have to try it. That was actually in Zoom last week. 2 weeks ago, someone was helping me with that because I was just playing shares that day, and I don't want to ride through the resistance, right, with the shares, because a lot of times, I mean, you can, and then just the other option I had was buy the shares below resistance, and then buy a put at the same time, but then stop the put out as it's rising through. I tried that today actually on Soxel, where I did the reverse, right? I bought a put and then I bought shares, so that for a while it was almost like a straddle. I wasn't gaining, I wasn't losing anything, and I was waiting for the big movement. Unfortunately, if you look at Soxel, it looks like someone fell asleep. I mean, it was so flat today, plus or minus 10 cents, almost the whole day after it crashed. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm trying those strategies.
So, Bucky.
Yeah,
that eats up straddles. I'm about to pour this all together to what Don was talking about and to Coach's favorite trade. So y'all might not think about it, but the double top, that's a stop hunt. You know what I'm saying? So whenever it comes to the double top, it is. When it comes to the double top, right, you got two tops.
I'm laughing because look what video I got.
Yeah, so you got get it together. So you got the double top, right? And it's Coach's favorite trade. And when it comes up to it, it rejects. But sometimes, like Don say, it'll push over the line just a little bit and then start reversing. What they doing right there is grabbing stop losses, right?
Yep.
So they getting the stop losses of the sellers, right? So if you selling short, your stop losses up here. And then if you like me and Bucket trying to wait on the breakout, we got a buy stop up there, which is a stop order, right? So that's a stop loss too. So if they run over the line just a little bit, they're going to run all our stop losses and just bring them down. And then Coach is going to be right there to jump on that bottom and just pull it down with the put. The reversal, his favorite trade, the double top reversal. You're going to be right there to add fuel to the fire of us just getting sucked down. Into
the vortex of hell.
It's like a hand just reached over there. We sitting there like, yeah, we about to get picked up in this breakout. So the lesson is, Bucket, don't put it so close. Always go like a couple of cents above where you think it might go at, because if they reach over that line, and just like if you got it real tight,
Yeah.
And I don't think Weaver let you set it. Like I think Weaver make you go like 2 cents above the last price. But if the price then kind of like ran down something and it ain't that close, they'll let you set it wherever you want to set it at. So if you know that resistance line that is a double top and you just go like 1 penny over it or 2 pennies over it, that's a trap. You setting yourself up. So
yeah, no, normally I give away about 6. Weeble lets me put any number I want in, which is great because on a buy stop, I can also put a stop limit and I can put a profit limit.
You can put
I can have 3 different things there, right? What I learned though is that the stop limit on a buy stop has to be in Weeble at least 0.1% difference between the buy stop price, because it wants that flexibility because of the sweeps you've been talking about. Right. So yeah, I've been playing those. I mean, today was quite interesting. This is probably why I'm never going to be a vegetarian, because if I play Apple one more time, I'm gonna go run that damn thing open with my car. I'm so friggin' tired of Apple. Piece of I mean, it's garbage. I mean, if you don't get in the first 15 minutes on the right way, you've got to wait. You just got to wait. Yeah. Because it sucks. I mean, I got stopped out twice. So I made a load of money, very much like Ariel. I made a load of money on Tesla this morning with 2 damn contracts and gave almost all of it away on 2 Apple puts. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, you want to let them run, you let your runners run. But I mean, when you get into it, it's, when the 2-minute flags and you get into it, you're so far down on the second candle that if it doesn't go anymore, you're going to get stopped. I mean, I got stopped out at 20%. I even cut that down. And I mean, I ended up green for the day because my swing trades on Tesla. I mean, that was, I think, $1,000 I made on Tesla today.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot to check my Tesla.
Yeah, it went up to 1165 today. And I got in at 1127 last week when it was low. And I'm letting that ride. I just wish you could ride covered calls on it, but there's no open interest in covered calls. I'd be
because
right.
It is a covered call strategy.
Yeah. I want to be able to do, so my long-term plan obviously is when I'm done working is just to do this, right? So I've got to get into the covered calls and cash secured puts that everybody's been talking about. And I'm fully on board with that just to, generate income. But those are in IRAs or whatever you want to call it, right? So the day trading use for daily cash and those long terms just to cover it when I turn 59 and a half. I've got to figure out a stock, though, to write the covered calls on and start buying them. And I need, come on, what's his name? Coxman? The guy who always likes Fidelity. Coxman, right?
Yeah.
He needs to get back on here. We need to have a Fidelity thing because that's my IRAs. And
don't say it too loud. He'll be here.
I'm trying to get Active Trader Pro.
Just chill out, Sean.
Yeah. So I want to get that going because that's really the no stress stuff, right? And then the day trading.
Yeah, it is.
Just let it go, right?
Yeah.
But today was, I mean, okay, the Tesla discussion you've already addressed, so that was really nice. And then I pulled a Nate this morning. I saw Uber get down to, this is pre-market. I got down to its lowest point in 2 days, so I bought 100 shares of it. And then as soon as the market opened, I put a stop in it just in case, so it didn't tank. And of course, it went up $6 in the day. So that went well. Tesla went well, but that stupid fruit, any vegetarian fruit.
Nah, that's not why I'm laughing.
The rest of the market crashed.
Damn, man. I'm telling you, there was a put up, and of course, I'm getting so frustrated with Apple.
There he is, Cox.
I get so frustrated with Apple. I missed the one opportunity it presents today. And then, to rub insults into injury, David gets on the phone and goes, yeah, I made 80% on Apple. And I'm looking at the chart going, when the hell did he make 80%? There's no possible 10-minute scenario he could have made 80%. Oh, yeah.
David never loses money on, I mean, I don't know. I'm probably overstepping by saying that. But it doesn't seem like he can make a bad trade with Apple at all. He has that.
How?
I don't know. He has that so dialed in bucket.
I am so friggin'. Like, I mean, yesterday.
Like, are you inside of the stock? Like, how do you not ever?
I don't get it. Yesterday, he even said it. I was in Apple again. I think 2 contracts stopped out. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm only up 80%. I'm like, hell, are you? So what I did today is I just said, screw it. When it went above VWAP again, because Apple's doing its thing, right? It's not doing it this. It's not doing it that. It's doing a right? So one time it went over VWAP, and I said, I don't care how much money I lose. I just bought a put. I don't even remember what the strike price was. I just bought a put, and I killed the limit. I just said, I'm not limiting. I'm going to let this thing run all frigging day. And it went from like lunchtime, and it stopped out. Well, I closed it out 2 minutes before the end of the day at like minus $1.50, right?
Okay.
And I'm just there going, okay, I've got to do something. Then, I mean, I love Apple. I want to watch Apple. I don't know what it's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Maybe it's my attack on vegetarians. I don't know. I mean, it's just been insane. So Yeah. So overall, good. I mean, not great. I mean, the whole week it's up, but not up a lot. But I'd say I'm more frustrated right now with Apple in that if you don't jump at the start of the day, it's very difficult to make appreciable gains in Apple. It just is. Now I may be the only one. Everybody else in here can be.
No, I've experienced it. I've experienced it. Why do you think that you got frustrated with me because I jumped from Apple? That is why. I'm like, I gotta add something else onto it because I get chopped up. I don't know how David does it.
And I mean, Mark's not on the call tonight, thank goodness. I even looked at the queues today. I was pissed. I didn't get into the queues. Don't get me wrong, because I didn't chart that. Uber had a decent day. Uber was another nice performer up. So, like I said, so here we go. Did good job on Uber pre-market on shares. Did a good Uber couple contract. Don't even remember how many. Tesla. I only did 2 like Ariel. All those made money. Yeah, why not give it back on the stupid little fruit that has I mean, gosh darn it. You just sit there.
But you know what? He's so dialed into the EWO that he hasn't mastered so much that it's like I'm saying I don't know how, but I really do. Because he just sits there and sits in it, and then he sheds. You know what I mean? And he must shed literally as soon as it starts to pull back, so that he has some profit, and keeps on just keeps holding on. I mean,
yesterday I replayed. Yesterday when I was.
Oh, you know what it is, Bucket? Not to cut you off. If you listen to David, sometimes David says I beat the EWO by 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah,
he gets in early.
Because
he knows the stock that well, he's able to do it.
Okay. All right. Correct. I 100% agree he gets in early on some, but how does he get in early pre-market? This is absolute bullshit. Okay. I love David, but I mean,
call it like it is, Bucket. Call it like it is.
If you look at Apple at the start of the day, you had to be on that first candle both days. I mean, you had to. If you weren't, you could not have made money on a call on Apple today if you were not in on that first. You just
couldn't. Remember,
gotten in before it.
But remember, he says that he does that. He has a notification on the first one so that if he's doing stuff around the house or the yard, that he can jump in there real quick. So he's on that.
I'm gonna tell you another reason why he do it. Right? So he go in early so he don't miss the move. But David says all the time that he goes in with a wide stop. Like his stop is so wide that to the point where if it was to pull up and go against him or whatever, he can just hold it until it drops. And then he goes in small at first and add on.
I didn't have a stop, Ralph, and I still got it. I didn't even have a stop, Ralph. I didn't even put one in. I didn't have it. There's no way he's doing it, man. I'll tell you what. I live in Katy, Texas.
I don't know.
live 2.5 hours from San Antonio. I'm showing up at his house. Okay.
Hey, let me know when you're doing that, and I'll come from the other direction.
There you go,
and
Bubbles.
We'll converge on it.
Exactly.
I need a spider monkey, Eric, for sure.
Whoa. You guys are not gonna leave the Floridian now. I get on a plane. I fly 2 hours. You guys let me know where that's going.
Matter of fact, let's all show up at David's house.
Ralph,
just attack David.
Ralph, I agree with you. There's like on Fridays, I and Dawn for almost a month straight had very wide stops, and we were buying 20-cent contracts at open. And the answer was not to put a stop in because it's 20 cents, 10 contracts is $200, right? Okay, we're willing to lose the $200. Perfect, no problem. Okay, I did that today, right? On the call this morning. Boom, lost it all. Okay, great. Yeah, okay. So it didn't work for me today, and that's fine. And I dropped stuff into the chat for David, and I'm like, David, come on. And like today, I'll tell you how bad it was today.
New people don't follow that though. Make sure you use your stops because you just said $200 loss can happen like that. Use your stops.
Yeah, I'm a new trader for anybody watching. I'm just trying everything. I have the means and the ability to try everything to see what's successful and not. And right now, that stupid little fruit that's red is not successful.
How do you know it's not a green apple?
Yo.
The Bucket. Let me tell you something else I've been noticing David do. is he cost average his contracts also, right? Who's typing that fast?
Me.
Oh,
Me.
ASMR.
Somebody here typing like Coach.
I saw her. She's like,
She's fast. Keep it going though.
I'm trying to get some of the TikTok crew to get in here, and I see one saying he wants to. So.
hey, Don.
Yeah, EG wants to get in here.
That's it, EG.
Don.
EG.
Yeah, no, Rob, I'm reading it. He's trying to get in.
Is he? I don't see him back
Yeah,
here.
trying to get in.
Yeah, click the link because he's not in the backstage. So,
Don.
Yeah, I can't let him in if he's not backstage.
Hey, Don.
Okay.
Hey, Don. I wanted you to make sure that you gave the courtesy to Bubbles. She's been there quietly all this time.
I know. I can't sit here quiet this long. It's really bad.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're back on Apple. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's get back to Apple.
Wait, Bucket. Bucket. Hold up, Bucket. Let's see what Bubbles traded.
I get you, Bucket. I get you, Bucket.
I swear to God.
I'll make it quick. I made it fast. I made fast money on Tesla, and that was paper trading. I did about $200 in my real account today, which was great.
The bell.
So tell us about
baby.
Hey, Bubble.
Yeah.
Didn't you crank out yesterday on one of the hot stocks? Didn't you like cash in? Or was that the other day with all the stops and stuff, and you did a great job?
Last week there was one that
was
just the one that kept going up and up and up. That was great.
Okay. Yeah, you're crushing it. You're
So
crushing
you did Tesla.
I did Tesla in my paper trading account today. I made $24,000. I was like, dang, I need money.
Oh, hell yeah.
I need real money.
Okay, Bubbles, what did you do to get 24,000? Was it contracts or obviously? How many contracts did you do?
10.
Just
and I
10 contracts.
Stayed in them all, they just stayed all day long. And I think at one point there was like 2 that I got. It's paper, so I was just like, I'm going to try to shed and see if that makes me feel better. Well, I pretend it's my real money because it's going to be my real money one day. You know what I'm
saying? It don't matter that it was on paper. The point is we trying to see the data. That's what it's about. Dawn, that's what it's about, the data.
I got to say something. I did have an epiphany, though, today.
What was it?
The easier that I keep it, the more money I make. The more I try to,
take
find another
analysis paralysis.
Find another thing to look at, or find another. It just doesn't.
Won't hit that right.
Okay, Bubbles, you can't just leave us hanging. What does that mean? Make it? You said make it easy, because sometimes it's taken Ralph on the chat to say, Bucket, stop talking and get into a trade, because I would talk myself dead. So you said you made it easier today. How did you do that? What did you do?
I like to know
for both of my accounts. So I know how much I need to make. Okay, so Coach has his rules, right? Well, then each trader has their own rules that goes with it, because you know how much money you have. You know how much your 1 to 3% is. You know how much you need to make like today so that you have money tomorrow, or how much you can use today so you have money tomorrow. So I made up my own little rules so that I know, and I'm not, pre-market, I'm not getting into those crazy things that are only going to make me like 1 cent or 10 cents, or you know what I mean? I've got to be able to see where I'm going to make 25 cents or more, or it's not going to do me any good. It's not worth the risk.
Absolutely.
I just have simplified it for myself so that I know what I need, what I want, and where I'm going.
I didn't know if you had technically come up with something like I look at this and I look at this and I make my decision to get in. But you're talking the holistic view of I have this much that I can risk today for this reward, and that's it.
That's just it. Risk reward. That's
risk reward, but also that I'm keeping it simple. I'm not trying to do anything other than the L2 or the EWO that I'm watching for the, I'm not trying to
overcomplicate.
I know exactly what you mean, Bubbles. I'm in the same camp. I'm trying to really dumb it down and be as simple as I can.
And the more I try to listen,
overcrowd your brain.
Yeah, like, and I've gotta, you know, I can't listen to y'all when you're talking about covered calls and stuff like that. I've got to, know, pretend there's white noise, because that's just not something I'm doing right now,
So Bubbles, and this goes for the whole group and anybody that's in the chat. Do you use Webull?
Yes.
Do you also have TradingView?
Yes.
Is anybody else here having a huge difference between the VWAP and TradingView and the VWAP and Webull?
I heard that's going on.
A little bit.
That has screwed up my Apple entries now 2 days in a row, because it's been as much as 30 cents.
Yes.
That is huge in this business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
over that's why I asked Joe last time, how are you doing that? Because if you're just watching the EWO, then why do you have to go over to TradingView and look at it? You know what I mean? Like, that's why that's what I didn't understand, because they're so different.
The only thing that TradingView does that Webull doesn't do is Coach's indicator of the bear and the bull flags, right? I don't get that on Webull. You do get the super trend, but Coach has his bear and bull flags that help us, long and short on the TradingView.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here comparing the two monitors, and I'm looking at my 2 minute over here on Webull, and it is about to go to VWAP. So if you wanted to scalp, right now is the best time. I look over here in TradingView, it's already 10 cents above VWAP. And I'm going, what? So which one am I supposed? I can't figure it out. I was just curious if anybody else has had the problem.
Well, you know one thing though, Bucket?
Nate.
Yo. What's up, Nate?
Happy Turkey, man.
Right, how was your trip, Nate?
I just got here a little while ago.
Awesome. You decided to stop in and say hey.
Yeah, just sitting here resting and listening to y'all guys talking about your trade today.
We missed you today, Nate.
Yeah, I'll be back in there tomorrow morning.
Tesla went nuts today, man.
Did it?
Yeah.
Down or up?
This thing. Can y'all hear me?
Up. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, what's up,
Tesla
guys?
went up today?
Yes. I mean, it went straight up. A lot of people made a ton of money on it.
What?
I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool. Hey,
I just
want to appreciate all of y'all in here. I just want to say hi. And I think that what Bubbles was touching base on, I think it's real important. And if you're just barely starting out, for you to just have it as simple for yourself, because it does get complicated. I know sometimes Nate and even myself, I'll share a couple of things in there, and it'll just confuse a lot of people. And that's definitely something I'm not trying to do, but this is me. I am a real person. I wanted to say hi to y'all. And I try to share as much as I've learned in the morning and not try to step on anybody's toes, because last time I did, I think people that kind of got my head bit off.
Yeah, it ended up weird.
And I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I'll throw you a little nugget. Like, it's real important that, like what Nate is saying about the L2 and even the time in sales or reading the tape, it's just real important that you guys learn that, so that way you know your execution of when to get in and when to get out. And bro. And just want to say hi. So whenever I'm messaging in the morning, y'all know that it's a real person. There's no bullshit or fake anything. So just want to say hi. I'm gonna step in there. Yeah, for sure. So y'all have a good one, man. We'll talk soon.
You too. Have a good workout.
Don't be a stranger. Come on the panel anytime.
Every morning I'm being there, just dropping. You already know. I'll help out. All right, y'all take care.
All right.
Later.
All right.
Hey, Bucket.
So Dawn, how did it go today?
Oh, never mind.
Oh my God, it went.
We'll get later, Future Trader. We'll do it later, Future Trader. Go ahead, Dawn.
Yeah, we'll get right back to you, Future. It went up. God, how high did Tesla go today, man?
It went up
on open, because remember the big part of
it
Tesla
just stair-stepped up.
Was the open, right? It then, as Bubbles was saying, it stayed in Tesla. That was great, but it on open itself, it started at 234 and went up to 243. So $9 in less than 30 minutes.
And I got in on the breathe back.
And then the breathe back dropped at $5 and it went back up to that $5. So you had two opportunities from open to gain 9. It breathed back 5. And then
you could have got a put.
Right. And then you could go into the call.
So,
there you go. I'll let
triangle pattern, huh? Wasn't it like a triangle pattern? Like
okay.
Yes, sir.
Why wasn't you training today, Nate?
Oh, I was on the road headed to.
Nate's traveling today.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard about that.
Yeah. I'll be in there in the morning. I'll be in the hotel lobby area doing it in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like before. Don't get pick up a stray this time.
No.
It's like, hey, Nate, I'll trade with you.
Actually, tomorrow it might be kind of light trading tomorrow because it's going into the weekend. So
yeah. And then Thursday, so probably ain't gonna be a whole lot of action.
It was late in the morning.
So, we'll see what happened. I'm gonna finish the month out on light trading, and then December I'm gonna go back in heavy again in December. Yeah.
Get that Christmas money.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make $100,000 next month. So
oh my goodness,
that's the goal. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You missed it this morning. Christina came in with a call out, made Mark get in. He got into what he thought was a low flow stock. Mark said, hold on. This thing ain't low float. This thing got 187 million.
It's like 187 million float on it.
That was so funny
for like 3 hours.
Yes, he did. Christina.
He's like, I'm gonna sit in it. Mark's like, I'll go ahead and sit in
it. Mark something else, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. I only lost $80. I mean, he was taking it. He was taking it on the chin. Because Mark, he was taking it on the chin. I give him that.
He got something like 500 shares. I guess it looked really good or something. I don't know.
Nah, he didn't look at the float. He was pissing himself for it, but he was just trading. He was just trading.
Christina came with the banger.
So he got in the trade without verifying is what he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you know what he said? He said because Webull updated, so it switched positions of some stuff that he usually.
Yeah.
It's usually sitting somewhere. And then he looked there and didn't see it or whatever. It switched positions on his screen, so he confused it with something else.
It was a misfire. That's
misverification.
Misfire.
Well, we'll see what happened in the morning. Hopefully, we'll catch something in the morning. If not, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Future trader, honey, what's going on?
The VWAP situation. What's up with the VWAP, future trader? What you think? My view is
talking to Bucket that I'll listen to Mark Mancini trade, and he'll say a lot of times that cloud in that trade, the trading view, helps him keep him in the trade. That's one thing I got to say about the trading view indicator.
So TJ brought this up, and I agree.
I don't have that. I can't get that in Thinkorswim.
With the VWAP situation, I don't know the real reason of it. I think one of them might start off with a different candles. I don't know what the reason why it's off, but TJ brought this up, and I agree. All right, so indicators work because people watch them, and I think more people watching TradingView than there is watching Webull. So if I had to choose one, I'd choose the TradingView VWAP over the Webull VWAP.
Fuck it, fix your camera.
Simple as that.
Right.
Where you at,
Bucket, what's up with the Titty Twister, man?
Well, you know, I don't have either one of them, so I don't have any.
He's not listening to us.
Yeah, Nate, that ain't even a problem for Nate.
Right.
Well, I brought it up to the other day, and David was mentioning that you got to be
Bucket, what are you
careful.
picking your nose or something?
No, I
He's
think
on the
He's on the
phone.
phone.
he's on a phone call.
Oh.
I brought it up the other day, and David pointed out to me. He goes, "Look, you got to be careful because since you guys know that I had the issue with the computer, so I'm opening tabs on Trading Views for under Google Chrome, and I'm not doing it correctly." And he goes, "If you're doing that, you probably are messing. You got to be careful with the settings. If you're not supposed to have SMA, you're supposed to have EMAs."
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. So that might throw off the actual algorithm completely. So you got to be careful with that. But I have noticed that there's a difference in between the two. But I choose to use the one in Trading View, not the one.
Well, everybody got their own way of how they trade. I just hadn't got into those indicators and algorithms or whatever you want to call them yet. But hey, I'm open for training every day. But
right,
Nate.
But Nate, you use your one indicator and you use it well, so that's all you need.
That's it.
Yeah.
Keep it stupid. Keep it simple.
Yeah, but simple, stupid.
Yeah.
So Nate, what you said whenever the candle gets to the VWAP line? Nate said it's a doji candle. Every time price gets the VWAP, it's going to be a doji candle.
Yeah.
You don't never just
that's
bust
why
through.
Christina
it's gonna be a battle.
Be hollering it out in the morning. She be talking about getting toward the VWAP, and I'm like, Christine, VWAP don't mean nothing to me. You keep watching that thing. Don't worry about it. Follow that L2. You be fine.
Yeah.
That's what Coach said. A lot of times Nate makes his money under VWAP. It doesn't even have to go all the way up to VWAP. He gets in low enough that he can get it when it goes up, and sometimes it doesn't even make it to VWAP before it goes back down, but he's already made 10 cents on it. 20 cents. So
but that's the thing, and that's what I was trying to explain to her. The way I buy, I might not need but a 5 or 10 cent move on the stock.
Absolutely.
That's the way I look at it.
So we had
and then whatever.
And sometimes it don't never make it to VWAP before I get out.
We had a hot stock pick this week that was SPRC, and it did great today. I don't know if y'all looked at it. I did call it out in the chat, but it did pretty good today. Had a great EWO.
Some of them still be having, I call them aftershocks.
Yep, SPRC.
Yeah, it was a hot stock. I remember it. As a matter of fact, I think it's been on the list a couple of times, SPRC.
Huh?
I said, I think SPRC been on the list a couple of times.
No, you're here, Nate.
What?
Huh? No, but you're
here.
Okay, well, all y'all disappeared off the screen. No, what I have noticed that when regular market, I have noticed that the VWAP is more credible for me doing the regular market, because I notice, unless I'm waiting in the weeds, that if I try to catch it below VWAP, sometimes it doesn't go my way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
even
if it's below VWAP, I only needed to run a little. In other words, I don't need it to run that far for me to make money, because I'm in the trade so big.
Would you just sit on your phone or something?
Something just happened.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Okay, all of a sudden you're like thunder. Plus we hear
I don't know what's
ourselves
wrong
in the
with this phone.
background.
I think that's iPhone's idea of telling me I need a new phone.
Hey Nate, can you hear me?
Oh, phone. I don't know what's wrong with this darn phone.
Nate, can you hear me now?
Wait, now you sound good though.
Hello?
Yeah, you sound good. Can you hear us?
Sound good.
Yeah, there now.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
We hear you, Nate.
Hey, Nate.
The echo is gone now too. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you did, you fixed it. Like we can hear your background a little bit, but that ain't the problem.
Nate.
But can he hear us? I think he
No,
turned it
Dawn, it
down and
might
he
be the
can't
weather
hear us.
messing with me.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
he can't hear us. That's what
Yeah,
it
he
is.
can't hear us.
You know I'm slow.
Hey, Bucket, can you hear me?
Sound like he listening to some
Bucket, can you hear me?
TV or something.
Yeah, we can hear
You
you.
might have
Yeah,
to.
we can hear you. We can
Ariel.
hear you, Ariel.
No, you were on the phone and people started to make fun here because the only thing you were showing was your shirt. And I say, hey, what's up with the TV twister?
What's up with what?
With the TV
Yeah, I
twister.
mean, I put my car in the dealership because there was a recall, and of course somehow they always send you a list of other things that need to be done with your vehicle, right? So I had to type and go full screen, so that's why I did this, so that I could see the whole screen for a couple seconds, because the list was like a laundry list of crap they wanted to do to my car. So it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
So
of course.
someone gets a nice Thanksgiving present. So maybe I'll do some Apple shares. I don't know.
There you go.
That VWAP though, Bucket. It's the heaviest watch indicator out there.
Okay, but this is,
You know,
as I was saying to Bubbles before Nate got on, Miranda in chat. I know we're supposed to follow the VWAP on the system that we purchase our shares on. The problem is it's significantly different. And
I heard it was.
Don't
the
look.
problem is you don't know which, when you want to, if you want to do a scalp or you want to get in on a 2-minute EWO above VWAP, you want to wait on one of them. If you're above VWAP and the other you're below,
Yeah.
that's a significant issue, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I get it. Yeah.
It's
I
just
get
annoying. It's just really annoying. And what I found today, someone was saying, Miranda was saying, do the one on Webull. Well, the problem is the characteristics were being followed better on TradingView, right? Where you would see it go up to VWAP and then reject.
Yeah.
But then you could argue that, okay, well, maybe it went up 10 cents above VWAP and then rejected. Well, the answer is, I don't know, right?
Well, I got the answer for you right here.
Oh, okay.
VWAP and indicators work because people watch them, right? So it's probably the reason why it's looking more realistic on TradingView is because more traders are using TradingView than they're using Webull.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah, agree. Yeah. No, that's a great answer, Ralph. My point is Webull, get your stuff together. I mean, come on. What are we doing?
You can use either one of them you want.
I was about to say, you can probably still trade on Webull if that's what you're, because you can't trade on TradingView, obviously.
Right.
You could probably still use the indicator on TradingView, and in your mind, it would just have to, you're going off of TradingView, even though it doesn't look that way on Webull.
Right.
I know it's a mind F, but you know what I mean? Trade it like you're trading on TradingView. So if you're making a move, make it according to the timing on TradingView.
Yeah, and you know what Miranda's answer is? Remove VWAP on TradingView. Thanks, Miranda.
Remove it on
Awesome.
Webull. Maybe remove it on Webull because TradingView is more reliable, I believe.
But see, this even goes
then
into
you got
something a little more
indicator.
deeper.
No, don't do that. You're trading on Webull.
The thing about
right.
This goes a little deeper.
That might mess you up more.
In the fact that when you're looking at your option, see, I do look at the option
Good
chart.
Point.
Good point. Coach does not look at the option chart because he's scalping. There's no reason for him to look at the option chart. I do because it helps me set my stops and move my stops, right? So now what I have to find myself doing is trying to match up and put them. I can only do it on a 1. Well, I can do it on the 2, but I really have to do it on the 1 minute. I put my Webull options chart on 1 minute. I put the TradingView on 1 minute, and then I have to count the candles and go, okay, I want that candle. And then I go over to Webull and I say, okay, I need 8th candle, the bottom red there, and that's where I want my stop to be. That's the inaccuracies I've been having. And I just find it odd because I didn't have these before the last 2 Weeble updates. Mine were within 1 penny. And the last 2 updates, I'm getting more like TJ's, right? I'm like, well, something's wrong here. So
did you update today?
Oh, is there another one today, Bubbles?
Yeah. Yeah, this morning early.
I got a way to solve that too, Bucky.
Wow. They have a lot of updates.
My bad, Bubbles. But
go ahead.
I cut Bubbles off.
Go ahead, Ralph.
No, I got a way to solve that too. Just go to why. Stop trying to be so perfect, Bucket. Listen, you ain't gonna never be perfect. Trying to be perfect in trading is gonna stop you. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna hinder you. You up in there trying to line counters up and all that. Next thing you know, bam, you done got stopped out.
You're doing the opposite of keeping it simple.
Or you lining counters up. Now you done missed the move. Get in the trade.
I'm in the trade. That's the damn problem. I'm in the trade at the wrong damn time.
Keep the stop back. Keep the stop back. Let the trade breathe and then move it up.
I love it.
I'm serious.
I
Perfection in trading is.
Hey,
listen, you ain't gonna catch the whole move.
Bubbles, yeah, the new version is 7.5. It just came out this morning. It updated without even telling me. Great. Thanks, Weeble. Okay. Jerks.
Yeah, just trying to be too perfect. That's just gonna cause you to hesitate. You're gonna be in there like, I need this counter to be right there.
And it's gonna add another
you know,
level of stress that you don't need. It's already stressful
the apple
enough.
started rotting on you, or it's been rolling on down the hill.
You know what? I wouldn't have this damn problem if Apple would just do something instead of every time I go into a call, it stops me out, you know, or I go into a put and it stops me out. Because now
have you ever thought of divorcing Apple?
I'm
no, that ain't a good idea. I'm about to fix that for him too.
I'm about to pull the plug and get my ring back.
So
ring on it. If you like it, nope, not happening. I mean, look, Bubbles. The great thing here is I keep talking about Apple because I really do like Apple. I like comparing with David and at times with Dawn when she's in it. And, you know, there's a lot of people that want to get in it. So if you're new, Apple is still one of those that's awesome.
You're selling it. You're really selling it.
But
yeah, right.
The Uber to me has been painless. I mean, absolutely painless. And you know that was one Lee gave me.
I can tell you the reason why that one painless.
What? Go ahead, Ralph.
It just made a strong move. It just made a strong move in one direction. So now the balance of prices offset. Listen, Bucket. Whenever you have Apple, what's going on with Apple right now is you got buyers and you got sellers. They're agreeing. They're agreeing on the same price, right? So what's gonna happen is whenever some earnings or something going, or you leave and you divorce Apple, next thing you know, it's gonna make a move in one direction, and then next thing you know, price is gonna be expanding, right? And then everybody gonna be like, "Oh, did you see Apple today? It went to the moon," and you're gonna be over there just not going back to. Yeah, you're gonna be going back to
Uber, and it's gonna be like this.
Yeah,
I know
exactly, getting chopped to pieces.
Yeah, and that is why today's strategy after Apple did what it does to me, I did shares in the afternoon, except that one stupid call, or one put.
There you go. Just stick to it. If it's too choppy, just stick
it's just
to
too
it
choppy
but don't leave it because it's gonna keep on doing that until it breaks out. And the longer it do that, like Coach said, it's like a coil spring or something like that. He said, listen, the longer it goes in that trading in the range section, once it breaks out, it's gonna be a strong move because everybody just waiting. That's it. Everybody they decided on the same price. What is it? What happened? Probably about 190 something. Where it said, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's in the 190s.
So, did you see the commercial?
It's a good price right now.
Did you see the commercial for the new iPhone 16?
No, not yet. Is it good?
Like it was out. Well, I mean, it's just a commercial. Like they're gonna come out with it next or soon, or they're already showing the specifications on it and stuff.
And it's Christmas, so yeah, I would imagine that. Even though the first year I started trading options, I was in Apple thinking the same thing, and it didn't go up as much as I thought. They were expecting it to hit 200, and this was 2 years ago.
I I thought Apple just come out with a new iPhone. What? Wait,
The
I don't even
15,
know what
yeah.
iPhone they
Half
own.
ago.
They did.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
15.
They
was.
did.
Four
That's
of
how
them.
fast they're
For the
moving.
4 women in my household. I had to buy 4 of them.
Okay.
Tell them they can't have the 16.
I say I'm getting old. Time passing
Yeah, they
that fast.
literally just came out with the 15, what, a month ago?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Seems like. Feels like.
No, all 4 of them got theirs the week before Halloween. So that's not even a month.
Well, I just saw the commercial yesterday. I don't know where it was, TikTok or TV. But
Oh, and Miranda's
No,
talking
so-
smack. She's saying the reason Apple doesn't treat me right is I didn't buy Apple a big enough ring like David did. So
So look, guys.
Miranda's on fire tonight.
Coach's angel. That's Coach's angel right there. I'm telling you.
Miranda says it's not out till October of 2024.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I
they
thought,
normally have the Apple event in
I saw the
September.
commercial yesterday.
But Dawn
They're
just
out
mentioned
really
something
cool
that's really
camera.
important. So Bucky, you got the computer right there. Where NVIDIA at right now? I ain't even looking.
Oh, I can tell you, dude. I almost had a home run with NVIDIA aftermarket. I set a stop. I set a limit purchase. The first one I set was at 448, and the second one was at 485. Okay, and that thing plummeted, and the 460 never got picked up, but it was hovering around the 480, and never picked me up. The second one, I mean, I would have hit a home run with that one. I was only buying 10 shares, $5,000, right? And it popped from, so it went down to 468, and then it hovered around 484, and my limit was 483, but it never picked up, and it jumped up to 506. 10 shares would have been $200 in 2 minutes, right? If it would have picked us up. It is now hovering right now at 496, 495.
You know what would have been even scarier? If you put that $5,000 in the options.
Yeah, but you can't aftermarket.
Yeah, but they
right.
still
You're
moving aftermarket though.
I forgot. Yeah.
They still
wow.
I did. Lee was the one that had mentioned that for his IRA, what he does is on good news, he always puts in a very low limit order aftermarket because for some reason on the news, even the best stocks dip down because the news has already been paid into the market, right?
Right.
Like, okay, and I tried it last week, and we did it with come on, what was the stock last week? Everybody was in love with DDT or TTT, whatever.
TTD, yeah.
And so I did today. The only bad news is the one that should have been picked up never got picked up, and that's annoying. But what you guys don't realize is that because it's tied to Stoxel, and I just should have done that, Stoxel dropped exactly the same post-market. It was up around 23. It dropped down to 21.
Yeah.
And it's settled at 22. But if you look post-market now, it's now back down to 20. It has literally lost $2.50.
Wow.
So what I was telling y'all before Nate came on, what I did this morning, I'm very interested in trying again is, you know how on a lot of mornings we get it where it pops up and, you got the pre-market high and we open the market right at the pre-market high or a little above it. And then there's this huge.
Yeah.
The last couple of days I've been tracking when it's when it goes down significantly and finding the bottom in the morning. So when I'm on listening to y'all, I'm not talking as much, but a couple of times I bought, 10, 100, whatever number of shares, depending on the price of the share. And I bought it around that low. Now it could tank. That's the risk because I don't have a stop. But what I found is normally is that, the people that were buying there planned on driving it up and taking some profit at the market, which is what I did with Uber today. Stoxel, it didn't pan out because it's so heavily tied to NVIDIA, and NVIDIA didn't have a good opening, right? Because everybody was profit taking from yesterday's enormous $17 run up, right? So I find that quite interesting now because it takes a little bit of Nate's strategy and a little bit of TJ's strategy. And
coaches,
this is not advice.
Buying support.
I've got my lines. I know where they are. And I mean, if you look at Soxel today, y'all, I mean, it tanked, but it rebounded off of a support line that we identified from how many months ago? Whoa. Almost 2.5 months ago. That's the low it hit today. It bounced right off that point.
I'm gonna help you out a little bit too. So instead of doing a limit order, because you say it might plummet, to help with that risk right there, just set up like your price alert where you think it might go up, where the support is at, and whenever the price, or put it a couple of like notches ahead of it, and once price get in the zone, after that you wait till it get down there, and when you see the Evo signal, then you get in.
No, you're absolutely right. But
because if it blows through support and then it hit your stop, I mean, you protected yourself, but
here's how I protected myself today, Ralph, on Soxel. As soon as open came, I bought a put, which is 100 shares, right? So I bought a put and I put a limit above where I bought the shares. I put my stop limit just above the shares. So if it went down, I had a little bit of room, because if this lost $1 on the share price, I would have gained $1 on my
100 shares that you bought.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was almost a straddle, but it's a share versus option straddle. I am not a professional trader. I'm not giving anybody advice, but to protect myself, like you were saying, that's immediately what I did. And so like when stocks dropped 45 cents, I was like, oh man, 45 cents times 100 shares is $45. But I was $30 into the positive with the put, right? So now everybody's saying, well, you're never going to make money that way. Well, my goal was I was bullish. So as soon as that came back up to break even, I could get out of the put and just ride my gain. So I was just protecting how much I was losing.
He's not a professional trader, ladies and gentlemen. He just plays one on YouTube.
He just sounds like one.
Well, I did stay
at
a holiday.
VIP long enough to hear that.
So
coaches do be mentioning that. Like,
I'm not, and I'm not saying anybody, no one should even be trying this. I'm just trying, like the buy stops and everything else. I'm just trying to learn all the different things. And if Apple treated me better, I wouldn't. But since Apple's not, I'm doing this, and I'm going to let Bubbles.
Coach.
Soxel is still tanking.
He said it exactly like this: you'll buy car insurance for a car, but if you get 100 shares or 1,000 shares, why wouldn't you buy insurance for those shares? Y'all don't remember that?
It makes sense. Yes, absolutely. Hedge it. Hedge it.
But to your point, that's when you have to get into those Greeks, the gamma, theta, delta, because because Soxel stayed low today. I protected myself from any losses, but I didn't make many gains on Soxel. But you could see at the end of the day as the theta was wearing through from Tuesday, because it wasn't really offsetting it as much in the afternoon, and that's luckily we had a Soxel run up at the end of the day to get out. But that there's just a bunch of interesting things you can do, and nothing I ever thought I would be able to do without Coach, the moderators, and this community, because I never even would have thought of doing it, right? I mean, you guys are all giving me so much. Hopefully at some point I can put it all together, right? So with a good strategy. So LNT Motor says or Bucket, whatever my name is. It's called a married put. So there. I didn't come up with anything brilliant. It's probably been in the industry 97 years.
And everybody that's listening to Bucket, where did he get his training? From
Learn to trade. Be on your way to becoming financially free. Go sign up now at AmericanDreamTrading.com, where all our services are easily accessible. And sign up is easy. Simply click the service you want and go. That's it.
Sign up with the link right in the description, pinned to the top of the chat. Don't forget to smash the like button.
Exactly. I was just about to say that, Dawn. You're rock. Dawn, I have a question for you.
I saw Christina in
Yes,
here.
yes.
Yeah, where's Christina?
She was just in here. What's up, Bucket?
I want to know what everybody thinks the market's going to be like tomorrow.
Boring.
Low volume.
I think it's going to be boring and slow because of the holiday.
There's Christina.
But you never know, though. You never know.
Let me ask you this, Dawn.
I just got into a trade. I made $60 in the past 2 minutes. AGIL. It's at the top of the Weeble list.
It's at the top of the list.
This girl.
Wow,
Let's go get it.
So fast.
Get it.
Give me the letters for that again.
AGIL.
AGIL. Yep.
Yeah, I was watching.
No, I want you to give me the phonetics of it because I like it when you
Whoa,
do it.
buddy, what the fuck? Sorry.
I don't think that's
Hey. Sorry, somebody just trying to turn in my lane and almost hit me.
So it's Alpha, Golf.
Well, I don't know. Maybe don't be on the phone when you're driving.
Alpha, Golf, India, Lima.
Alpha, girl, India, Lima. Yeah.
Look, she's trading and
Hey,
driving.
girl
She's
in
not
love.
just on the
I like
phone.
it.
Hey, girl in
She's
love.
trading
That's
and
it. Yeah.
driving.
There you go.
How dare we challenge the drivers when Christina's trying to drive, talk, and trade while going 80 miles an hour down the highway? How selfish those
Christina,
people.
that one is awesome.
I'm not even in my own car
Wow.
either. I'm in a rental car. This thing is
Even
quick.
more
Dang,
dangerous.
that one went crazy.
It is quick. It's tiny though.
What is it? AGIL?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're not on Bluetooth. It was a couple minutes ago and it shut off. Hang on.
It is.
Oh, it's gonna die too.
Crazy.
Oh, that's why.
Where is it now,
this
Bubbles? I mean, how much is it? And what did it come from?
It's 23 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Oh,
11
wow.
cents a few minutes ago.
It's going
Also a double the
big,
price.
big, huge candle.
Oh, wow. Look at this thing.
What made it?
What's the news on it?
Do you think she's like? I swear to God, she does not have a handle on the wheel.
It's probably the only thing moving right now. She said so.
It's on the wheel.
Christine, is there any news on this?
I don't know. I couldn't read. I'm driving. I saw
See,
it
I
at
told
11
you she
cents.
was trading and driving.
I saw it at
I
11
told you.
cents, and then when I looked at it again, like 5 minutes later, it was at 23 cents. And then I waited for it to drop down a little, and I got in. I was like, oh.
Okay, so for all our new traders, we do not recommend that you drive and trade at the same time.
No.
Experienced driver
There's
and
a
experienced
huge
trader.
wall. There's a huge wall at 26 cents.
Okay. I got in at 20 or 21.
Where do you have your
She
stop?
out already.
27,387 over.
She said
over
There it goes again.
Yep,
She said
over
I'm
26
driving.
cents.
What? I gotta get.
It blew through the wall, Don.
Are
Nope,
you out?
not yet. It's at 23. The wall's at 26.
Oh, okay.
The roof. The roof.
Yeah. So when you're saying the market's going to be slow tomorrow, my question would be maybe the pre-market won't because people just want to get up, make some trades, and then call it a day.
Get in and get out, right?
Probably.
I agree.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't know. I don't even
Dude, there's a pretty nice wall at 83 cents. Good God Almighty! But it's got to get through that other one first.
How many cents? 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a wall all the way up at 83 cents, 12,000 shares.
Oh, yo, copy. Sorry.
Oh, that's probably gonna be the final wall right there then.
Yeah, because the wall at 24 is 15,000, and the one at 26 is 10,000. So if it can get past 24,
83. Holy crap.
yeah,
It's gonna
man,
go to
that's
83.
pretty
Yeah,
heavy
That would
wall.
be nice, huh?
I don't know. My volume says
Oh my God.
1. Does y'all's volume?
Let me go. Let me look.
Less than
Right now,
1,000.
the volume on this candle is 3,403.
Yeah.
I didn't
I've
even
got
look at it. I don't know the
38.2
symbol.
million.
No, I'm just
Like
talking
what?
about the
Oh my
immediate
God.
one candle.
Up to 83 cents. I've got 2,000 shares in there.
You better
What's
put a
the
stop.
flow?
You
Like-
can't.
Well, she can't
Aftermarket.
use the stop as aftermarket.
But you can put a sell
Yeah.
order. You can sell at 21 cents
Yeah.
or something so you don't lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, she can't put a stop limit. A sell limit or whatever. Whatever it's called.
It's got
I take profit.
32,000. It's got
Or
32
sell
million
it.
float. That float's a little bit on the high side for it to be moving
sell
like
it.
that.
I
sell at 24 and then move it if you need to.
Or sell some and keep some. Don't give the Tesla gains back. That's what you need to know.
Don't give the money back.
Looking at that.
Yeah.
If he's still listening, Nate, go check that out, dude.
Because once they start selling, that's going to be it.
Yeah, it's going to plummet.
You got to get in, get up, and get out.
Exactly. Okay.
Which brings me back around to hype around stocks, like NVIDIA. Listen, Dawn mentioned that she was like, last time Apple had hype around it, it just didn't go nowhere. That's because these big time traders, I guess institutions or whatever, anybody who got a large amount, they need a large catalyst around the stock, right? So if everybody wants to buy this stock, or if everybody wants one price, or if they need to sell a lot, then who they gonna sell it to whenever it's quiet? But whenever the news come out, they just start selling, right? And then when they run out of the shares that they hold, and then they can just start selling short to bring it down, just to reverse the price and get it back lower. So I think I had mentioned it to somebody this morning or yesterday morning about the high volume candle, right? So whenever the volume is extremely high, but the price ain't going up no more, somebody is selling, right? And they selling hard. So whenever they run out of the shares that they have, then they'll start short selling. But basically, they trying to do the what's that move y'all said in the L2 where they put a price on one side and put it
Market
to another side just
manipulation.
so it'll come down. Yeah, they trying to do something, I guess, in that form or whatever.
Yeah, they call it an L2 spoof.
Okay. That's the name of it?
Yeah, I read when I was trying to learn the L2, that's what they called it, spoofing.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's exactly what they're doing. Well, because that's what they're doing. They're putting in fake orders and then pulling it out as soon as it drives the price where they need it to go.
Yeah.
So they have no intention on buying that many shares, but they need that magnetism to pull it in that direction. So they give it enough leverage to do that. And then when it gets close to what they really want, they get picked up at the real price, pull out the fake order.
So, okay, let me ask you guys an L2 general theory question. Well, let's take this stock. It's at 0.23, and the big wall is, let's say, 20,000 shares at 0.25. Okay, so it's at 0.23. There's obviously 0.24, 0.241, whatever. Are you saying that the 0.25 is a magnet that buyers now will get in because they see they can sell it at 0.25? Or are you saying that unless there's that because it's at 0.25,
okay, so here's the thing. This one is not a real good example because there's a bunch of blocks. So chances are all of that is real. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of stuff that's happening in there. But what it would look like is one order sitting over there for like 40,000 shares. And then maybe another one right above it for, say, 25,000 shares.
Right.
You know what I mean? That 40,000 is going to pull it down to where that 25,000 is. And that's where they really want to buy or sell.
So I can't really explain how it moves in the aftermarket and pre-market.
Yeah.
But this is how price moves in the during the regular market hours, right? Bucket. Can you turn Christina's car off?
What?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my.
Right. So
I'm gonna mute you,
regular
Christine,
market,
so we're not getting a bunch of background noise, okay? Or you want to mute yourself that way?
She did.
Go ahead.
I'll mute it. I'll mute it.
Okay, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Bucket. All right. What the hell?
Okay.
So Bucket, look.
I think she got it.
Okay. So a market order is an aggressive order, right? So this is regular market, not pre-market. I gotta explain how the regular market, because I don't even really understand how the pre-market and aftermarket works, but this is gonna give you an idea. So an aggressive entry, a market order, you want to buy 100,000 shares of SOXL. That means You want your shares and you want them right now, right? You don't give a damn how much it costs. You want them, you don't care if it's not available. So what's going to happen is, as soon as you step in with that market order, they're going to start pinning your order with pending orders that's already there. So people who got limit sales, stop losses or whatever, and then it's going to execute all the orders in that price, and it's going to go up the chart to find other traders to fill your order. If it don't get filled right there, partial order going to get filled at that price, and then the rest of them is going to get filled at the next one, and it's just going to keep going. It's going to keep going with pending orders unless another trader comes in with a market order sell to stop the price. So the limit orders, they can't slow price down. I mean, they can't move price. All they can do is slow it down, right? So if you take the market orders out, now they got to pay a pending and pending order up. So that's how come whenever you use the L2, it's gonna go up and then it's gonna go down to match these orders up together. That's why, like, sometimes you ever put in a small order and it just blew past and you're like, well, damn, it didn't even pick my order up, because I guess they have it registered already. And that's why the person can put 40,000 at the bottom and then put 40,000 at the top, and the price will just drop down to that one trying to fill that order. And then he'll take it away, and then it'll just catch it. I guess the price be there. That's what.
And
I
if they
think
put
is
it on
happening.
both sides, they can trade in the middle of that channel because they're
Yes.
pulling it up and pulling it down.
Right.
So they can buy and sell within that channel.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we are at the 7:00 hour.
And Christina's here.
It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's about
Christina,
that time.
what's up?
And I'm gonna need a cinnamon.
Unmute yourself so we can go ahead and hear what you got to say before we get out of here, baby girl.
I got nothing to say. I just came to say hi. I've been running errands and doing.
She
shit,
comes
you know,
in with the money, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Man, tell us about Tesla. Listen, Christina was the
I
only
did
person
listen.
I know of that sold their contract at the end of the day. I heard it.
Right
Shout out to
again, last
Christina for
minute.
holding through the volatility
Yes.
at the last minute.
Way to go, girl.
Yeah. I don't know how much
Say
I
what
made
y'all
yet,
want to
but
say.
I did pretty good. I rode one contract all day. I never got out of it. I waited till the end.
Dude, that's
I
so
stayed in it
awesome.
through all the down because it was like one of them. Yeah, it made me sick a little bit, but then I was okay.
It'll do that.
It was okay.
It'll do that. But that's all right. It teaches you how to hold on to it.
I had a couple spy contracts also. I sold right at the end. And Apple. I had a couple Apple, and I'm not happy about Apple.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
Yeah, Apple pissed everybody off.
I'm not happy. Yeah.
Hold on here. I need to say
Yeah.
holy shit
Apple.
in German.
Oh, God. And it didn't, whether it was up or down, either way, I was losing money. It didn't matter. Call, either way, it was down. I'm like, what the? It was awful. And it didn't know what it was doing. It was just, I didn't like it at all.
Awful Apple.
Today. Sorry. Ugh.
Wait a minute, excuse me. Did you say awful or Apple? Or
Yes.
is it one and the same?
It's spelled the same way. S-H-I-T.
I said it was awful, and I said, bitch, say, hey, how's that sock doing? I can't look right now. What's it at? You guys know?
1950.
Oh, it went down.
Yeah, it's working its way down towards
20.
the huge order for 18.
Damn it.
2023.
That's all right.
Yep.
I thought you were like $19. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a corner. Yeah.
Right, so if they got
I
a
thought it was gonna go up to 80 cents. That would have been so nice.
if they got a huge order at 18, it's probably gonna bounce and go to that
18.
20.
It's rolling down the hill, though, like Coach says, rolling down the hill
Yep.
right now.
Yeah.
I was worried that it was going to start doing that because I saw that order at 18.
For a little while.
But that's okay because just like what Nate trains us, it'll eventually go back up.
Right. If it doesn't,
Which
then
is
it
why you
doesn't.
don't jump in at the first price you see. If you see that order sitting down at 18, if I were to get in that, I would have set a limit order for 18.
No, I saw it at 11 cents.
Oh,
and it had already gone up from 8 cents, and I was driving. So I didn't get in at that though. And then I looked back like a couple minutes later and it was at 23. I was like, oh. So I waited till it kind of came down a little bit, 21, because then it started to go back up again. So I got in at 21 because I wanted to get
Did you put a limit in to sell?
21.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Huh?
my bad. Well,
21 cents.
yeah. Okay.
No, I didn't put a limit
Because
in. I
look,
don't want to.
check this out. There's still orders down here for 12 cents and stuff like that.
I
Like,
know.
why get in 20s at all, hon?
She was
I
driving.
didn't get because I couldn't look at all that.
FOMO. She just wants to get in.
Yeah, don't get in the
Yeah,
20s at all.
I made money on Tesla. I'm a trading guru. I'm getting in at 22.
I was okay. Even if I made 5 cents, I was okay. I was gonna go in and out, but then it was going. I was like, oh, yeah. So and now it's dark and I'm driving, but yeah, even if I made a few cents, I just want to do something. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's bad lately.
You gotta
I'm
stop
bad.
that, Christina. You gotta stop that.
Yeah, you got to stop
I
that
need some
FOMO
drugs.
shit.
I don't know,
Make
but
the most
something.
money you can.
Yeah.
You know, have the patience. It's good that you found it. Get the most you can get out of it. Don't just jump in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna be in it, make the most you can make out of it.
I'm gonna pull over down here and check it out. I gotta find my glasses, and my phone's gonna die, so I can't pull over here. I gotta wait till I'll be at my house.
Be careful.
The other phone already died.
That's how the market trick. That's how the market tricks people. Before we leave, I just
Yeah.
want to say that this is the cycle of the market, right? So exactly what I was saying about bucket, about price being this trading in the range, and then it breaks out and goes to another section, right? So you trade it, and it was a really good day. It was probably a really good week if the whole market is going up, right? And so trader getting an idea that, oh, I'm doing good. I got this now. And then next thing you know, the sideways market coming now. It's a volatile chop to pieces, and you're doing the same thing that you was doing last week, all sized up, and now you done lost it again. So
I've sized down for sure.
Right. That's why coach always be like, if you have a good day, take that money out.
Take it out. Go get some tires. Pay off a credit card.
Christina, you need to pull over because you need to pull over.
Oh my God!
She's all the way down the hill.
I'm off the main road now. I'm getting on this back road. It's not a big deal.
She trading. She paying bills.
Get out of that trade, girl.
I gotta go down here.
Ordering food. Do you have some gas? That's the rental car.
You know what?
She might have rolled the gas
years
out.
ago,
I don't know.
Years ago, when I first moved out to Colorado, I was like 22 years old, and I had my first day at my new job at Oppenheimer, and I'm driving down the street, and I drove a stick shift, right? And I'm smoking, I've got coffee, and I'm eating, and I'm driving the stick shift. I spilled some coffee on me my first day at my new job. I was like, oh, yeah, but
I thought you were gonna say you ran out of gas.
No,
I've done the eating with the stick shift too. Oh my God, yeah,
that stick shift was horrible. I had a stick shift.
Damn, you've been in Colorado that long?
Well, I was here from 92 to 99, and then I went back home, and I left in 2010, and I've been back here since then, except for when I was out there for 4 months taking care of my dad before he died.
I thought you lived in Hello from Rhode Island. Well, I mean,
that's not me. That's him. I don't see that. Oh, hi. Yeah,
no, I thought you lived in. Yeah.
No, I live in Colorado. I'm from
Colorado.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I left Rhode Island when I was
okay, so at least it's back up to 20.
Yeah.
Oh, so it did bounce
I left
18
when I was
then.
16,
That's
and I went to
good.
Florida. And I went to school in Florida, and then I left there, went back home, then I went back to Georgia, and then I came out here, and then I went back home. I run away from my problems, don't you know? Things are bad. I gotta go. Things are bad. Time to go. Then I started having kids, and I was like, Jesus, they're holding me down.
We're gonna start calling Christina runaway.
Don, you got 2 more people.
Hey Don, there's somebody in there.
Oh, we got people in the waiting room. We having a party tonight, ain't we?
I know. We're never getting off of here.
Ted, it's time to go. We was just leaving.
Where the hell you been, Ted?
We all knew that. That's why we're coming in.
I gotta go. I gotta go eat dinner, man.
I know. I just thought I'd say hi real quick.
She's like, okay, honey.
What's up, Ted?
Vinny must have came back up.
Ted, did you make some Tesla money?
I did not.
Oh.
I'm down 1,200 today.
Are you serious?
What?
You did not trade?
Yeah.
No background. We should have known.
He's sad
So
today.
Ted,
Got no
Well, I'm in some long-term plays, so I'm okay.
Yeah, you're good.
You got the Tesla,
That's
though.
right. You own
You got the
Tesla. That's
Tesla.
right.
You got the
I did make money off of Tesla, but
Yeah.
it's offset by a loss, so we'll be okay. I mean, look, guys, I did the math. I'm up 44,000 in November. So I was bound to
Nice.
have,
Way
You're
to
gonna
go.
make it.
bound to have a
He gets
day.
the bell.
Nice
He
job.
gets
What's
the
that?
bell.
Yeah.
That's the bell right there.
Yeah,
So
that's bell worthy.
it makes it really easy to loss.
I bet it does.
But I tell you what, I've got
Yeah.
to say, Mark Mancini saved me. I did a covered call on my
Oh yeah,
Nvidia.
yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
what's
My first covered call.
what's the
So
I
strike
have a
price,
question
Ted?
about that. Do you have to buy the shares like when you have
I do too.
the contract? Do you have to buy the shares first, or do you have because you have the
yeah,
contract?
I
You can
own
do
the
the
shares.
covered call.
I
Yeah.
owned 100 shares of,
Oh,
so that helped.
so if I
And you
So
have
what
planned
if
on
I have a
selling them
contract, I can't
anyway,
go
though,
into
what's
right?
the
covered
strike
calls.
price,
Yeah.
Ted?
And I was going to sell them, and
Yeah.
Mark said, "Well, what? This is a great time to try the covered call." So I did a 505.
And it
Okay.
worked out.
So do you? But can I
And it worked
sell?
out.
Can I do that with a contract or no? You have to own them, right?
And the math works out that it's the equivalent of selling it at $515
Right.
per share when you
Because
do
you
all
got
the
paid
math.
$10.
So yeah, I mean, why? I'm going to do that always to Sunday. I just needed somebody to kick me in the ass and get me to start doing it.
So
I
Ted,
knew
what
the
Ted, will you tell us how
That's
it
what I
turns
want to
out?
do, but I think I need more money.
well, it's already working out. If you see what's going on overnight,
what's your expiration, Ted?
shares are down. Expirations this
It's
week.
next Friday,
Oh
right?
man, yeah, you're gonna do
Friday.
awesome. You are gonna do awesome on that, Ted.
So you're doing
And I can
covered
I
calls
can
now?
buy them back at any time, right? So if
Correct.
it goes down, if it
have
goes
to be
down,
100?
it'd be like I absorbed the risk, right?
Hmm?
And it wasn't my loss, and then I pick it up
Does it
where
have
I
to be
left off,
100
which is
shares?
exactly what I want.
Yes,
100 shares.
Christina, you
Yes,
right
in multiples of 100.
Way,
Christina.
way better.
Okay. And you
Way
have to
better.
own them, so it would
Right.
cost
So
me money
basically,
now to do it.
$50,000. I was going to sell them, and instead of just selling it for the $50,000,
You wrote covered calls on them.
And you'll get 50 plus.
Who was that?
I don't know.
See, but
I
if
don't know,
you're
but I
gonna
knew
do
that
it,
drop was coming.
Christina, don't do it with the wheel. Don't just go buy shares. You want to get cash secure puts so that you can get them at a lower price.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just get a
No.
time.
Tomorrow I'll have to buy
I need
back
to watch
my.
those videos.
Well,
I'll
no,
buy back my
she's talking
contract.
about to start off, but you already had them, so you did the
Yeah,
right thing.
yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Get in. The wheel strategy is when the market's low and you think that you're getting a screaming deal on a stock, do the cash secured put to get in instead of just buying it.
Right.
Right.
And then when it goes up and you feel like it's nosebleed country, you know what Mark said, and Warren Buffett says, get fearful when everybody else is greedy. Get out and do the covered call. It's
I
so
need to watch some
simple.
videos on that.
It's
I
so
wanna do
simple.
it.
I should have been doing it years ago, but I wanted to get my mechanics down. So yeah.
I tried to
You gotta
ask
just
you.
get in there. That's
It
what I'm
would
gonna
cost
do.
me money.
I'm gonna just
It
get
would
in
cost
there.
me money right now.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
You just gotta do
I
it.
tried to ask you today, Ted. You were talking about some other stock that ran with Nvidia, and I didn't get to write the numbers down. It was like not Abercrombie and Fitch. You said first, and then you said another.
It's
AFA.
wait. Mark was making a joke about it because it wasn't.
Yeah. What was it?
I want to say ANET. Can you look that up?
Yeah.
What does that say?
It's something about they run they. I remember you talking about it because
Arista Networks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Arista Networks. Yeah.
Okay.
Not Arista.
So keep an eye on it. And then, by the way, it's cheaper, right? It's cheaper than Nvidia.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he was joking about was Arista Pictures. You know, the film industry.
Yeah, the
Right.
production company.
Yeah. So
And
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
That's it.
And my ELF is going up, and nothing else is up in aftermarket, but ELF seems to be holding up nice. So I've just been really nervous about ELF just because of that activist. Those short sellers.
Don't worry about them. Listen, you got the cover call action going now, and whenever it drops, you're gonna buy some more, right? What's the worst that can happen?
That's it. Well, that's what I'm going to do. When I'm going to exit out of my Elf, and I'm going to start doing it with Elf.
Listen, those short sellers ain't gonna do nothing but accelerate the trend. That's all they're gonna do.
I'm almost up $10,000 with the Elf. So I'll just get out of Elf and I'll start doing. I'll do covered calls
awesome.
as a way to mitigate my risk.
Holy crap! You already almost $10,000.
Good. I can't wait to hear how that turns out.
There were only one place to get all of this training.
Only one place.
Yeah, we're.
Right.
You see how we're all different levels.
Yep.
And we're all learning.
Yeah, I can honestly say hearing these words come out of my mouth is surreal because I never thought that I would be doing this.
Well, we're proud of you. Way to go. Way to get it down.
Way to go.
It's so easy. A Ted can do it. I feel real. It's really nice. Now this week is going to be weird. I think tomorrow's going to be weird. I think a lot of them, people are going to not be there, so the volume's not going to be there. So here's the thing: don't try to make something work. Don't try to make fetch a thing. Tomorrow it's not going to work, and Friday it's going to be. Just select your battles, and maybe think about taking that vacation that we all deserve.
Yeah, definitely.
But if everything lines up.
Nvidia's down a little bit. If it's down a little bit now, I don't know if it's going to jump up right away. It's going to go up, though, guys. Look for your buy opportunity. Those numbers were...
For what?
Buy opportunity on Nvidia.
Wait, on which stock?
Nvidia.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I knew Nvidia was going to drop.
One share,
I didn't
guys.
know.
Find a way.
It always happens that.
What's that?
Definitely.
I said I kind of figured Nvidia was going to drop. It always happened like that.
I just think that everybody in their Wall Street bets world and everybody in their brothers giving advice, hey, you should buy these calls or you should buy Nvidia, and it's just going to be one of these things that nobody wants to buy it tomorrow.
I know.
They're waiting to see what their investment's going to do, like it's going to happen overnight. And the thing is, it's not going to happen overnight, but that stock's going to be over $600 sometime in the next.
The traders that sold at the top is pushing the price down, and they got limit orders just waiting to fill their orders down after the panic sale. Come on down to the price is right.
Well, everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you guys for joining the panel.
Great show.
Always.
Thanks. Sorry to show up.
See y'all bright and early.
We're just glad you showed up at all. Thanks for coming, Ted.
Hey, Bubbles, what time do you want me to pick you up on our way to David's house?
Whenever. Just call me.
Christina,
you guys are not supposed to mingle.
Yeah. This isn't mingling.
I'm telling Coach.
Yeah, this isn't mingling. This is straightening out.
His brother. It's his brother. Stop it. Shh. Don't get in trouble.
I want to pick on Eric. Eric
hey, Christina, thanks for crashing the party with a good stop. That's always a good thing. Bucket, thank you for sharing. Ralph, thank you for sharing. Future Trader, EG stopped in. Nate stopped in. Everybody. Thank you guys. Miranda, Arlo, everybody down. Donnie Hobbs, everybody down in the chat. Huh?
See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Everybody have a good night.
You guys have a good night.
Love you, Coach.
Yes, hands.
Yep. Have a good one. Hey, don't forget to hit the tip jar if you enjoyed the show tonight.
Okay. Hey, one more thing, Don.
What?
What?
All you have to do is just follow Coach. Listen, all you have to do is follow Coach's rules, get in on the Evo, drag up your stop, and you ain't got to worry about nothing of that.
Sounds good. Have a good night.